All right, everybody, welcome back to chapter 21 of of the Long Rest. This is Blades and Blasters 5th edition campaign, and we are doing this one West Marches style. If you want to catch up on the rest of the campaign, go back. Only 20 episodes to catch up on, but I think you'll enjoy the trip. This game's a little bit different than what we typically run on Blades and Blasters. It's, well, first of all, we typically don't do D&D, but this is a game we kind of use to fill in the gaps. West Marches style, so anybody can jump in or out. There is some great role play, but we have a fair bit amount of combat as well. So without further ado, we will get started with the intro to this session. The people of the Hamlet are hardy, they are crafty, they are witty, but at times not so wise. Nevertheless, after hearing word of the assault on Raven's Gulch, they came up with a plan. Those skilled in the art of deception put their minds together with those skilled in the art of war. And so it was that some approached the orcs that assaulted Raven's Gulch. They found a sorrowful sight. The gulch was destroyed. The farms surrounding the town were abandoned, its people likely slain or run away to the nearby mountains or woods. The bodies of Lord Tiffin and Sir Elton of Duffbridge had been displayed, their skin torn and marred and hung above the moat that once surrounded the Raven's Keep. Persevering, those dedicated to revenge did convince the orc leaders, who are not so quick-witted folk as the Hamlet, to withdraw from Raven's Gulch and convince them to return to Snarky's Fork, for they said that an attack was imminent. Of course, this was a lie. As the heroes turned to go, disguised of course, fleeing before the orcs and heading back to their army, they know the plan. Their army, consisting of hundreds if not thousands of human infantry, archers, and a wing of cavalry, lie in wait along the forest river. After the orcs pass, they will emerge on their rear, taking them by surprise, and hopefully striking a first blow against the wicked forces of Snarky's Fork. In the meantime, Prince Head Hellion and his elves have used the Door of Many Paths to place a surprise force near the fort proper. It's down here. But that is a tale that will soon be told, but not yet. For now, our heroes head back to their army and prepare for battle. And we can have a quick scene for whoever spoke with the orc forces as they leave Raven's Gulch, walking back to their army, and then we'll join everybody else at the edge of the forest before the battle.
Heidi looks to Gwydion as the orcs depart, running back to Snarky's Fork. She tears off the necklace made of teeth that sits around her neck. She had worn garb that she had worn before when she had infiltrated the orcs' encampment many, many moons ago. She was going in with both Tarek and Belabaros. She tears it off and she casts it onto the ground. There's a disgusted look on her face. She uses prestidigitation to change her smell from one of a musky orc smell back to her usual oranges and pomegranate that she emanates on a day-to-day basis. She sighs and looks to Gwydion. There's a small smile on her face. I think we did it this time. I really hope this is going to help.
I think it went quite well. And you see he is currently the visage of a rather large, intimidating orc, as he then shifts and turns off his natural furball magic and resumes his normal appearance, growing even taller to the proper 7'10", lanky figure of Gwydion. I think it'll all go quite well. We should hurry, though.
You should make our way back. I hope they were there in time. I can make this faster, if
Well,
you'd like,
I mean,
but... What?
the army's already there. It's just a matter of whether we can help or not.
Oh, I think I can help. If you want me to get us there in a pinch, I can. She raises a hand and rubs her fingers together.
Don't waste spells if we don't have to. No point in weakening ourselves if we can get there on foot.
Are you fast then?
Well, I mean, I could be. And you see Gwydion kind of steps forward and takes the shape of a rather large, powerful stallion. And kind of neighs before you as if to get on.
Heidi, she breaks into a wider smile as she hops onto the horse, struggling for a moment, but finally getting her footing. Alright, I think I don't have to dig my heels into your side to tell you where to go, so onward, hoisey.
Yeah, there's a way Winnie, to say, as he kind of rears back a bit, and the large blue-gray horse kind of speeds off at rather alarming pace back to the army.
And as the camera pans up over the plains that surround Snarky Fork, you can see the mountains to the north, tall grasses swaying in the wind. And as the camera angle gets wider and wider, you can see that there are ranks upon ranks of orcs pouring out of Snarky's Fork as they form up for the march back, the Gulch, rather, Raven's Gulch, as they form up for the march back to their castle at Snarky's Fork. As the camera even gets wider, you can see the ruin of the keep as it lays in rubble. There are bridges and ladders kind of put up around the walls that surrounded the moat, and the farmsteads and village that forms the greater Raven's Gulch area. Most of it is smoking and in ruins as smoke drifts over the former battlefield. What everybody else sees as they stand among the ranks of the Hamlet army at the forest edge is Heidi atop a stallion racing across the plains. Tarek von Iger, to your left, is a unit of medium cavalry. All of them have banners that are waving in a stiff wind, showing the insignia of the Hamlet. Arden, Carrion, I'll let you guys roleplay yourself in as well.
Arden is standing in the edge of the forest, watching a little nervously, because there's a lot at stake here. He's leaning up against one of the trees, and he's kind of rubbing his chin in a kind of pensive manner, just watching things unfold. He doesn't really say much, though.
Carrion looks around at the vast amount of people surrounding her. It's been a long time since she's been in a situation like this, but the context of her being in this situation has changed entirely. There are no familiar faces around her. She has simply been deposited into this environment and left to her devices for the greater good, or so she was told. She begins stretching, nervously preparing for what's to come, anxious to get started, nervous to get started. She's readying herself mentally to do what it takes to survive, hoping that she'll soon see Gwydion, the one person she actually knows in this army.
Arden seems to emerge from his reverie a little bit. maybe Karen sort of moved in the periphery of his vision, or maybe there was a slight sound, but he suddenly becomes aware of her again and sort of almost shakes his head a little bit to clear his thoughts and says, "I'm sorry I was miles away. There's a lot riding on this battle, and I keep trying to think through, is there anything we're forgetting? Is there anything we could be missing? Anything that could mean disaster? I think our plan is sound, but so many lives rest on it."
I wish I could give you some comfort. I simply met a person and they asked for my help, and here I am.
Yeah,
The looks of
sorry.
it, we're helping people or trying to, but I'll just do what I can and hopefully things go all right.
It's all any of us can do. I wasn't asking for comfort. I was merely explaining why I was off in my own little dream world. I'm sorry to have left you here with no one you know, and the one person around who should be making sure that you're all right is off in his own thoughts. Are you okay? Have you been in a situation like this before?
Yeah, I have. It's weird, but I was a bit of a different person back then.
How so?
Well, I used to be a soldier. Got into a fair number of scraps and engagements. Maybe nothing quite on this scale. But then I was marooned on an island for a few years, and that experience changed me in a lot of ways. And then came back to the mainland, and here I am right in the middle of a scrap once again. Guess I'm
Sometimes
just
life-
drawn to it.
Sometimes life comes full circle.
Yeah.
Well, we're grateful to have any help we can. Thank you for being here, and thank you for, well, risking your life in a cause that's so new to you. I hope we'll prove ourselves worthy of your loyalty.
Well, we'll have to see. I just want to do good this time around.
That's all any of us can ask. Well, hopefully we'll see Gwydion soon, and Heidi too. Will not be long before we join battle. I think perhaps we'll wish for this peaceful moment again, but right now I would really like things to start. Oh. He shakes his head again and resumes staring out at the field and the road before them.
Yeah, Carrion just kind of nods her head, clearly anxious to get started, and she finishes stretching and just kind of like knocks on her horns a little bit, preparing for the coming fight.
And you can sense the almost animal electricity of men and women before a large battle like this, where it's clear, even with advantageous positioning, even with advantageous numbers, that not everyone that is in these woods will be coming home alive. The horses at Tarek's left are stamping their feet, snorting. Every now and then one of them tosses its head back as its rider tries to comfort the beast with a pat or perhaps a kind word. And as you do that, you gaze out across the plain, and that stallion bearing Heidi Den Ezra comes closer and closer and finally gets to the edge of the wood. As that happens, you see over the horizon, coming down the old trade route, formed in very loose phalanxes, hundreds and hundreds of orcs. Infantry lead the front. You see crude horn bows slung across the back of many of these orcs. And patrolling along the river, you see what the equivalent is of orcish cavalry. These beasts with dripping fangs bearing green-skinned orcs on their backs, surveying the banks for any danger. As they get closer, even with you, now you're upon their left flank. And heedless, thinking themselves secure in victory at Raven's Gulch, and meaning to return to their master at Snarky's Fork, they start to present their rear flank to you in their unprotected area.
Turns expectantly to Heidi, and I presume Terek's there as well, waiting for one of them to give the order. Although he's also, you can see he's got a little ball of fire starting to form above his hands. He's ready to throw a fireball in there to kick things off if they want to do it that way.
Heidi, upon Gwydion approaches, she's been kind of tearing off the orc garb, throwing it onto the ground behind her. And as she finally arrives, she's back in her normal garb. And she slides off of the horse that is Gwydion onto the ground, takes a few steps forward in momentum, and looks to the group. Well, looks like now's the time. We've got the orcs going back to Snarky's, and if we don't do it now, sometime soon, they're going to get back in place and size. Can't be waiting.
As she speaks, you see the horse behind her kind of plod its way up behind her and slowly shift into the form of Gwydion. Yes, we must hurry. They'll be here soon. How do we wish to begin? And he says this with a smile, but there's this kind of almost weird insidiousness, as if he's ready to like exterminate these orcs. It's like something you haven't seen in him before. You've never really seen him fight quite proper in such a way. He seems almost zealous.
What's Tarek doing right now as he gazes down in the field and all these probably nearly 1,000 orcs are marching past?
Tarek sits upon Bojack with his cavalry unit, and he thinks about the previous assault on the hamlet and how he failed to protect many lives and how many good farmhands gave it their all to defend their home, but it simply wasn't enough to get them through the night. He remembers his failure in being unable to defeat the sorcerer, not once, not twice, but 3 times at that point. He knows if he sees her again, she will not live to see another day. He thinks of all the friends he's lost and all the friends he's made along the way, and he steels his heart, and he's ready for battle.
And with that, someone gives the word for attack. And from out of the wood, you guys can describe it to me what it looks like as the entirety of the Hamlet forces emerge and fall upon the orcs in the lust of battle.
From the treetops, from underneath roots, from beneath foliage and rocks, all of a sudden the orcs are caught off guard as there is this almost torrent, looks like a wave of masses of humans and smattering of other races that now are populated by the crowd and horde of the Hamlet army that spill down from the forest to the side and into the open plains where the orcs stand undefended and unguarded. If anyone else wants to continue from there.
And as they stream out of the street trees, you guys make first contact. And briefly, the camera pans to a different location. At the same moment that the attack near the old trade route occurs, Prince Edhelion and Captain Gilthoniel are busy at work. Even as events unfold near the old trade route that passes south of Raven's Gulch, hundreds of elf archers and infantry exit a portal south of Snarky's Fork. Prince Edhelion and his captain, Gilthoniel, are among them. They look to the north. There stands a bridge. Without a word, the elves move forward. They dash forth like shadows among the trees, finding a token guard of orcs and Yuan-Ti, quickly putting arrows through their throats. There is a brief clash of swords, and after that the elves take the bridge. Then they wait. This is going better than expected, says Gilthoniel. Now let's just hope our human allies did their part. When they arrive at the fields before the fork, we will receive the signal to attack. And now we're back at the Battle of the Trade Route. You guys can role play the battle a little bit, then we'll make the rolls to see who wins.
Apparently Heidi died because she's not there.
Let me see.
It's too much broken land.
Yeah, she fell off the map there.
She fell, yeah.
Don't worry. I'll throw you right back
Runs
on.
out into the battle, falls into a river.
There is a river right there. So basically, Gilthoniel's force is all right here. You're kind of ambushing them right around here. You fall upon their left flank and their rear, and things are going well for you until we'll make the roll and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, Gwydion doesn't go that far out as the forces march past him. He kind of raises his staff up towards the air and calls out a quick prayer to Fal Ralach, goddess of birds in the sky, before he goes ahead and casts Call Lightning. And you guys see as the clouds above begin to condense and thrash down large, huge bolts of lightning into the crowds of orcs.
And as bolts of lightning echo and crash into the fort, Heidi's voice is amplified amongst the troops as she's playing, and warding off the fear that comes with facing what looks to be a taller, stronger, and more superior foe. She uses counter charm basically to ward off any sorts of magics that come with using fear effects and such. She uses her musics and such to inspire the troops, keep them rolling forward and striking through the heart and cutting the throats of the orcs before them.
And Arden initially was watching things unfold as their troops crashed in, and then he waited until the press of the orcs, until the orcs pressed closer in defense. And then in the very center of the very most densest part, where they were pressed right up against each other so close, he threw a fireball right into the middle of it, and right into the center of their defenses, throwing bodies left, right, and center, burning, the smell of burning flesh filling the air, but also the screams and panic of the orcs as they now wondered what kind of magics they were facing.
They all just cry out. You see orc bodies just explode into the air. Black mist as their blood. And Iker runs over the grass into Paquin's Run. That's the name of the river there. The blood of the battlefield starts to dye the river black as you guys continue.
Carrion steps up beside the familiar face of Gwydion, seeing that storm clouds have been conjured and lightning is being called down on the orcish armies. She does the same, conjuring further storm clouds and calling down even more lightning.
Yeah, Gwydion actually kind of... Oh, awesome. Gwydion leans down to her with a smile as his spell continues to be channeled from his staff. The kind of wind and cold air swirling around the both of them. It's good to have you here with us, he says with a rather large grin. Farwalach has blessed us this day with proper thunder.
Carrion kind of chuckles, then shrugs. Thanks for the invite. Hopefully it keeps going this well.
Trust me, you'll do well here. Everything has been going perfect. I believe this place has a great future. We just have to... And he raises the staff again and then swings down as another bolt of lightning crashes into the orcs. We just have to protect it long enough.
There.
All right.
There
Kind of-
cracks. Sorry.
No, go for it.
Cracks of wet flesh as punches are just thrown left and right, and you see swarms of orcs coming in and all of a sudden get thrown back as Belarbos just does a spinning kick and throws them off of him. And he looks around and just, you hear this yelping of excitement and glee as he finally gets to get out and run some of that excess energy off, because he's been cooped up a little while.
So that's on point.
Alright. So as magic is being tossed here and there, Tarek will address its troops right before the charge. He'll turn to face them on Bojack, and he says to them, "Steel your hearts and steady your blades. The enemy stands before us, but not for long. They will fall and we will remain. With Mara's guidance, the hamlet shall live to see greener pastures. Now, kill every last one of them!" Then he'll charge.
As you charge, they yell, the infantry has pinned them down, and you wheel around with the cavalry and just slam into the other flank. The orcs just simply they start to think about breaking as the lightning falls down on them, and you guys kind of ride in with your horse and just slice them up. All right, who wants to do the percentile roll for your troops?
Oh, it has to be Tarek, right?
Tarek? I've added up your troop bonus because you do outnumber them. I've added up your the fact that you've beat them in the past, the fact that you have an ambush on your side. You will have a 47 bonus to your percentile roll.
Just anything for us having a bunch of powerful spellcasters?
Yeah, they do too. Not powerful.
Okay.
Like I said, the old George R.R. Martin saying about who needs an army when you have a fireball.
Yeah.
It'd be 100 plus 47, is what you said?
Yes, sir.
Roll high.
Not that bad.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Well,
They're not going to be able to beat this because they get a 30 penalty.
Mason.
the ambush was so worth it.
The ambush by itself was a plus 30. So yeah, what?
I'm so glad this plan works.
He told you. Ambush.
I made the plan!
I originally came up with it.
You came up with the teleport people plan, which is a very good
ambush.
plan that we're about to.
So let me do a little math here. So we have 119 minus 54, which is 65. That is, what did you roll? A 119?
Yep.
Oh my.
That's 54% better than theirs.
Oh
And
shit.
so what you have to do now, this is all much faster than the other way of doing it, is to look under warfare,
This is awesome.
combat resolution. You guys should be able to see this. Boom. Clear victory.
Holy shit.
Nice.
Vanquished. That doesn't seem like that's right. It should be switched around.
Well, I think Victor rolls to see what the enemy loses, right?
Oh, yeah. Vanquish rolls from these. So
And then the vanquished rolls to see what we lose.
you guys lose.
I
Yep,
guess?
you guys take archer and cavalry casualties, and they will take units from all casualties from all units. So
Oh, yeah, all units plus archers twice. Oh no, we got
no,
a
I
clear
think
victory.
I think that's flipped around. It's like the vanquished should roll casualties from all units, and they should roll. You guys should roll casualties for archers and cavalry only.
Oh, I think it says when it says all units, it means like we roll for their units and they
Yes.
roll for our units.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
I was
So-
looking at major victory, that's why.
Let me pull up the your settlements here. Realms, the Hamlet. You guys want to do yours first?
Yes.
Can I do it since Gwydion's going to be trying to heal people and stop them from dying?
Yes.
Yay.
Oh,
What is
fuck
it,
up.
just a percentile?
Yeah, it'll have to be role play though. You'll still have to take the casualties. No, so
Yeah.
so you're
Oh.
going to take archers and cavalry, right?
I-
So
Yeah.
so you're going to roll a
Is this a table roll or something?
no you're just going to have to roll 1d. You have a ton of 1, 2, 3, 10. All right, roll d6.
1d6.
Yep.
1d6.
Oh, that's not too bad. That means... Alright, your medium archers take 2 out of their 6 casualties, so they're down to 4, which is fine. That means they still contribute the full amount to mass combat. Roll a d4.
Arden, you're also going to be healing people. You should roll one of these.
Okay.
He's not.
Ooh. That unit of archers is diminished, which means they're pretty much out of the fight. And
Well, I
second,
shouldn't roll things.
third unit of archers, somebody else roll d4 for me.
Oh, is it
Emma.
not a cavalry?
You guys have 3 units of archers and 1 unit of cavalry.
Roll a
Oh, I
D4.
see. Oh, we roll it for each unit. Okay,
Yep.
cool.
Yeah.
Oh, it's better.
Alright, let's see what happens to Tarek's cavalry. Roll a d4. This is big, because they add a lot.
Oh no.
Oh my
Oh,
god,
no.
Tarek!
Get it.
You poor boy. How many cavalry have you lost?
All of them.
Well, I mean, this time and last time we used him as well, he lost his cavalry. Oh yeah, they died to the fucking plague, Jaxus did.
So
Can we
they
just
left.
call him the horse
They left.
murderer now?
Oh yeah, they fled. Oh man, they ran away from the plague.
So that below that, the below that took out the orcs cost them dearly as they got mired into orcish scimitars and great axes, taking out many of the horses. Although it ensured a clear victory, the cost was high.
Well, at
Tarek.
least we'll be sieging a castle, so I mean, cavalry won't be as important.
Here's the thing about them, though. They have to roll it on every single one. You have almost all of your units that's still at full strength.
That's pretty good.
All right, Snarky's Fork. I have made their sheet visible now, so you guys can see it. All right, somebody roll me a d12.
I'll roll it.
Do it. Roll a 1.
Oh, you know what? I did this wrong.
Oh.
I did this wrong. What you guys do is you can decide who you assign them to.
Oh.
Ooh.
You can decide.
Well, I think we want to
Keep our cavalry.
Cavalry.
Keep the 1 on the cavalry.
We have 1 to the cavalry. We want to keep the better stuff, so let's just lose our weakest.
So how many total did you roll? So
4.
3.
Is it no?
5, 6,
Yeah,
1,
4
7,
together.
4.
You rolled a total of 7.
Oh.
9, I think.
Yeah, 9.
Yeah, 9.
9. So you can assign them any way you want.
Oh, the total of 9.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, across those units. So what
Shall
I would do probably is since they're diminished after 2, I would just probably
just do 1, 1, and then 4, 4? No, wait.
2, 2. Let's see.
4, 4, then 1, 2.
One of them's going to have to be gone. So you can say.
Oh no, 4, 4, 1.
I would take out you have 1 unit that's power 6 of archers, so I'd burn all 6 of them on that one.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, if that only gets rid of 1 unit, how much better is that unit?
Well, then you would have what, 3 more?
True.
You would have 3 more.
I don't know
to
the
assign.
effectiveness of 1 larger unit versus a bunch of smaller ones is the only thing.
I would probably. You want to take out your lower cost unit, so
I think we'll leave it up to you as to what is the best one for us to spend it, honestly.
Yeah.
If you guys think that's cool.
Yeah, I think
I
that's
think
fine.
Bo knows it the best.
Just so we don't have to discuss this.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, I think your archers taking them out would probably be the best in your favor.
Sick.
So yeah.
Yay!
Good. That's taken out, and then you have the cavalry at full. So maybe their wolves got in behind you guys somehow and wreaked a bunch of havoc before the cavalry.
Oh, they happen to have some goblins around, and we
Yeah.
thought they ran away, but they just they unrouted and came back through the forest behind us.
Yep.
Bad.
So roll 1d12 for their stuff.
Yep. I'm gonna list out the dice, and you guys roll them. Okay. A d12.
6.
I want to zap their ranged units.
All right. 6. Got it. Roll a d4.
Danish. Nice.
All right. And we'll get 3 and roll another d12.
Art, you rolled high last time.
Only because it's bad.
He's gonna roll 1 now. You said it.
Stop. You're
Hey!
I told you. I told
Double
you.
jinx, baby! Double jinx! That's how you gotta do
I'm gonna
it.
take that to 0. It's going to take that to
It cancels
0.
out.
Mhm.
That's going to take that to 9. Okay, a d4.
Tarek.
Tarek, do it.
Did it.
Kill them, yeah.
Hey.
Something about D4s, just throw it towards Tarek.
And a d6. Oh, no, that's it. That's it.
Oh, sweet.
Oh.
So... Yeah, you wiped out half of them. Totally. The other ones kind of fled back towards Snarky Fork the way you're going. You rode down as many of them as you can as they fled.
Oh,
But,
actually.
some of them got away.
Okay, yeah. I was gonna say, I can actually literally change the direction of the river to to cut them off. I forgot about that spell. But I don't think it'll come into play necessarily. Seems like too much to worry about. I mean, we
counter
basically
spell.
routed them, right?
Yeah, most of them.
Cleared
Yeah.
them out.
Yep. You killed over half of them.
Is there any way Is there any way as they flee we can stop them fleeing towards Snarky's Fork and trying to get them to flee in another direction so they can't reinforce?
Well, we want them to go towards Snarky's Fork. Because we want to concentrate the enemy force all in one point. If we have them, say, run back to Raven's Gulch, that would be worse. Because while we're attacking Snarky's Fork, they'll attack us from behind. We want to avoid a scenario where we get flanked at all.
Yeah, we can pick them off as we go, like our archers as we're running after them. They can pick
it
them off.
gives us lots of times to just cut more of them down, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as you can roleplay how that works, I can apply
This
some.
makes me want to play Warhammer 40k.
I can
Not 40k, but
I can
Warhammer.
apply some stuff.
A few of as the orcs are fleeing Heidi's with the archers that remain, and of course as they run going over some of the low hills, she's yelling out orders of draw, and as they do, as the swaths of archers they have draw their bows aiming, she says fire. You see basically this hail of arrows go out among the land, going over to the small hill that they're running over and impale a great many of the orcs as they flee back to Snarky's Fork.
Yeah, you see dozens of them just fall down dead. Again, their blood just pooling beneath them and kind of flowing into the river. And that dark blood flows further and further west, eventually reaching where the elves are kind of stationed behind this forest here. And Prince Edhelion kind of looks at the water and notices that it is running black and not red. And he's like, ha ha! It seems that all trust was placed wisely in the folk of the hamlet. I suspect they were victorious and shall be here by dawn tomorrow. In the meantime, at Snarky's Fork. It is said that hundreds of years ago that the castle at Snarky's Fork was a grand place. In days of old, it was full of light and love and laughter. It was rich, partaking in trade with the elves from across the Sea of Stars and even exchanging goods with the mysterious dwarves of Cloudy Crown. But 100 years ago, that changed. The fork fell to Snarky, a powerful orc warlord. Things went poorly very quickly. As you know, the orcs pillaged and enslaved the surrounding area. Dark treaties were made with the Yuan-Ti, and the orcs hungered ever more for land and more power. Even now, you can see Snarky in his court. He's just like giant orc. He's speaking with a shadowy figure upon a throne. Your aid comes unlooked for, Iwin Lorana, he says. The mage speaks with a hiss. You need it, Snarky, my friend. Behind her looms an even larger shadowy figure. For even as you speak, forces beyond your reckoning are moving against you. Prepare your forces. The castle will soon be attacked. And that happens. The scene goes back to you guys as you are marching your forces closer and closer towards Snarky's Fork. Perhaps maybe getting to this bridge, crossing it, looking out at the castle beyond.
Yeah, Gwydion has been quite pleased with how things have gone. He actually rides atop, what was the name of the horse?
Your horse?
That he saved? Yeah.
Isn't it like Paul or something?
It was Dave, I
Bill.
think, right?
Bill!
Oh, it was Bill, yeah, Bill the horse.
Build upon it.
So he has, since Bill the horse was saved by Gwydion with his healing and stuff, he has kind of really healed him up, got him very healthy. The horse is doing better than he ever has been. The two talk often, and he enjoys hanging out with him. He has ridden to battle on Bill at Bill's request, because Bill wants to see these orcs pay for what they did to his previous owner. So he kind of rides into battle atop Bill alongside Carrion, presumably, who's he's probably arranged for you to have a horse. Carrion.
Yeah.
Fine.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Carrion is riding along, grateful for the overwhelming victory against the orcs, but preparing for a completely different battle in storming a defensible fort. She's trying to come up with various plans in her head of how she could help turn the tides of the upcoming battle, entirely lost in her own thoughts as they move forward.
Gwydion sees your rather perplexed look as you consider the various factors of the battle coming. He looks to you with a smile, wide as always. Don't worry so much. It'll be fine.
Have you stormed a fort before?
I certainly don't remember it if I have.
Not easy.
Oh, well. I suppose it certainly isn't a plains with a river between us and the enemy. Well, behind the enemy, and a forest at our back. It's quite advantageous. The castle, I imagine, will be harder, but... He smiles again and looks forward as the skies kind of begin to grow a bit cloudy over the fork. I have faith. Wrath will fall upon them, the wrath of the wild. And they have destroyed not only the people but the land around here. These plains, well, they've taken all the wood from the area around, decimated the population of the forest. It's not good. Wagadan calls upon us, upon nature, on chaos itself to destroy such things in response to such trespasses. We'll see them ended, don't you worry.
Do what I can to help. I'll follow your lead. If need be, I can get a small troop of us across the water if there happens to be an opening on another side.
That might be well useful. To be honest, I've prepared a bit differently than usual. Normally I would be more concerned with, well, keeping everyone alive and keeping the enemy away, but, well, he kind of looks rather grim now as he looks towards the fork far off in the distance looming. Our people have many gods, but there's one that is seldom talked about outside of the Wilderwood. Ganon, god of reptiles and brutality. Many monks follow Ganon. They are fearful individuals. I spent a short time practicing with some of them, and their methods are not kind. They are dangerous, but they hold a great example, for when nature is struck against, carrion, it destroys everything in its path. And he kind of reaches across from his horse, pats your shoulder. We've got a lot of destroying to do, don't we?
Carrion laughs. I'm afraid I don't know too much about the various gods of nature or their followers, but I bow to your wisdom, and I'll destroy where you point me.
Don't worry, it's not all destruction. After all, we have many gods, and as many as there are for destruction and chaos, there are for love and vitality, rebirth, and beautiful things. Don't you worry. It's far more than the battle ahead. And, well, let's hurry up. I want to get there ahead of the others. See if we can't throw some more lightning, huh? And he kind of rides up ahead quite happily along Bill.
Carrion will try do her best to catch up.
And as both Gwydion and Carrion ride up to the side, Heidi is pulled aside both Balberos and Tarek. And she looks at the two of them as they walk the heavy bootsteps of their forces pounding against the ground. Small pathway that leads to Snarky's Fork that's slightly overgrown but is decorated with the boot prints and even some of the blood of the orcs who just passed. She looks back and forth between the both of them, says, I know that this battle's probably going to be one of the largest ones that any of us has faced, and hopefully we'll face in the future. I'm going to try my best to, of course, aid both our forces and the two of you. I know you can't promise me anything, but maybe just for my own comfort. If the both of you can promise me you'll be careful. The upcoming battle.
I'm gonna try what I can, love. I apologize, but it's a bit tough to commit to something like that when that's standing up there.
I know, but this is once you can lie to me, just to make me feel better.
I'll do my best. And he looks over to Tarek and knocks on his pauldron and goes, I gotta protect this one anyways.
You do more harm than good, if I recall.
It's a bit of both. Don't be judging me.
Heidi, I can make no promises in war, but I will do my best.
Good. Whatever comes of this battle, no matter who gets out of it or not, at least whatever happens in the end, it will make a good story. And it will make a story that will hopefully inspire many more. I'm sure we're going to win this, but even if we lose, there'll be others like us. Who'll stand against the forces of both the Snarky's Fork people, Yuan-Ti and lizard folk that are in this land. For as long as there's people like us in the world, well, I think that good in the end will triumph. And she points casually towards the battlements, towards Snarky's Fork's walls. They will fall.
You do be knowing that that promise extends to you too there, love. You can't be just rushing off into death without us.
And Heidi sighs fairly dramatically and looks over to Balberos, a small smile coming to her lips. Oh, my entire plan was just to die in the stairs when I was running up Snarky's Fork, but you're ruining my plans.
I have a tendency to do that.
Well, don't worry, I'll do my best to keep myself alive. I promise.
And you guys do remember that Korgrim, that new stealthy, shadowy figure who has contributed so much to the Hamlet in the past several months, did report that there was a second entrance to Snarky's Fork, to the keep, kind of around the back or on the side. But you have to kind of not only cross the battlefield, but then kind of skirt the keep itself and cross in shallow water before ascending a staircase and getting to it.
Oh, I can do it. It's fine.
Nice. Oh yeah, that's right. If it's a day later, I forgot, I don't have to worry about using hallucinatory terrain then. So that's good.
Nope. And so what you can see as you roll up onto the field of battle is that a force of orcs have sallied forth from the keep, realizing that if they just stay there, they could be encircled and besieged. And they're kind of awaiting on you in front of their castle. Kind of up on the ramparts of the building, you can see scorpions and a few trebuchets ready to go as you kind of stop your army well out of range. Let me move you up to the big map here. There we go. Yeah, so what you can see also kind of to your left down here is the forest where the elves will emerge from as the battle starts. And the plan is to engage them, and you guys go around to the second entrance that Corgrim reported, wherein you could enter the structure and seek out the head of the snake, as it were, and sever it once and for all, retaking the keep. As you come closer and closer, Tarek sits with his cavalry, and to him has fallen the responsibility of giving the command for the attack to commence.
And I'm assuming we're ready to go. We're all prepared otherwise.
Yeah, you probably could have made camp, in front of the bridge the night before and kind of come across at dawn. Something like that. Whatever you feel is most cool and dramatic, basically.
I look at each and every one of you, and I don't see meek farmers, weak villagers, and cowards. I see warriors ready to defend their homes. I see knights, brave and gallant. I see friends. I see family. I trust you will give it your all out there in this fight. I hope to drink with you once more, back at home, in our Hamlet that we defend. I trust you all with my lives. I expect you to trust me as well. I hope you're ready. This will be our final fight. And I guess we'll turn around and give one last glance at the army, at the people, and we'll start the attack.
Charge!
So as you do that, giant stones start coming from Snarky's Fork as you guys start off at a walk and then speed up to a slow trot. And then, tell me what happens as you guys go and clash in the field of battle and then try to break off and circle around to the back. Fine. Can't go wrong with this.
Well, I guess the army charges in. First at that a slow pace, a walk. The rocks start tumbling down from Snarky's Forks toward us. And you see a number of shields go up from the main attackers, the fighters, covering a lot of the archers. You see rocks ding and ping off of the shields, tumbling onto the ground. Some of the forces, of course, getting taken out by a few giant boulders that careen down from the walls of Snarky's Fork. But as the army picks up pace, the main group of the 6 of us all charging in at different points towards Snarky's Fork itself to get into that small area, to get inside the keep itself. Of course, Heidi, casting some of her healing magic, she's passing by as she sees a few who are cut and scraped, casting blindness, deafness on some of the orcs that are at the top, causing a few of them to go blind and grab their eyes and panic and terror, accidentally dropping some of the rocks on their companions as we all rush forward to get closer and closer to Snarky's Fork.
You get closer and closer, and the battle seems to be going well. You expected more Yuan-Ti forces to issue forth from the keep, but there are just not as many as you expected. And as it continues, you see from the woods to your left, with a glorious shout, all of the elves emerge. Hundreds of infantry charging beneath a hail of arrows let forth by Captain Gilthoniel's men. Forth for Southlandia! Go forth to glory! Retake this keep! And that gives you the strength you need as you kind of duck down around the battlefield and skirt around the keep. Maybe Wander or Ardna throws a magic missile atop that bridge and knocks down one of the guards, and you ascend it, eventually making it your way to the side entrance. And as you move to the top, you see it's guarded, although fairly lightly. And I'll let you guys have a little RP, and then we'll get started with the combat.
Gwydion heads on up top Bill very carefully. Now that the battle is so close and so present, he's very careful to conserve his magics, as he has readied himself for a very different style of battlefield. This is, indoors you can't use those certain magics he has. It's going to be quite different from before. He's approaching rather cautiously atop Bill, alongside the others.
Of course, Heidi, she does take out, at this point, her rapier, because her voice is mostly the weapon that she uses. She looks upon the sparse battlefield and looks towards the entrance to Snarky's Fork. She says, "Oh, this will be a symphony for the ages."
And the scene is, as you kind of ascend to the top of this thing, looking across the bridge, you do see the side entrance, but then you can see also on your left this giant battle happening. The gritty folk of the hamlet locked in battle with the Yuan-Ti, and then the elves' bright gleaming steel emerging from the woods, kind of crashing down upon them. All right, you want to get started?
Aye.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Roll initiative, son.
Am I mounted?
It'd be hard to get up there on your horse. But you could summon him if you weren't mounted already.
That would take 10 minutes.
Everybody roll.
Mm-hmm.
This one goes first. As you guys kind of rise to the top here, a alarm goes out, and you see guards up here. And they say, "Intruders! Intruders! Lock the gate!" First one kind of rushes forth, seeing Tarek, and attacks. Let's see here. 2 bite attacks. Snake arms bite. 20?
20 hits.
5 piercing. 9 poison. I think we did poison wrong last time, by the way.
Also, yes, poison just gives disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Yeah, I don't think it, like,
That's if you're poisoned.
it doesn't poison you automatically though. That's the thing. That's the thing that I looked this up last time. Crap.
Contact poison can be smeared on an object and remains potent until touched or washed off.
It's not
If-
that.
If it's a poison, like, the thing would have to inject it, and someone would have to make a con check.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless it says poisoned. then
It's just
poison
that
damage.
type of damage.
Yeah.
It's
Some
not
people are
poisoning
resistant.
people.
Yeah. Okay. So just be 14 regular damage then.
Yep.
Cool. I thought we did that long last time. All right, your turn.
Yeah, that kind of hurts, so we're dropping the hammer. Or we're trying.
Yeah, that one misses.
Extra attack, 19.
That hits.
10.
Got him.
And bonus action, I'm going to put Shield of Faith on myself.
Oh no.
It has never worked. I always get it fucking popped like first hit.
And this one here will just move. 60. Gwydion, you're up.
Alrighty. Yeah, he's not wanting to use too many spells yet, so presumably he probably would have actually left Bill a bit lower. He's probably like kicking some work. So he's gonna actually shift pretty early here and go up to help Tarek. So you see him move up, and as he comes up alongside you, he shifts, and you see the form of a rather large black bear.
Do we have a bear? I don't think we made you a bear.
Not a black bear. Does it need a black bear? Or wait, actually. I think... Yeah, oh yeah, ape is the one. Actually, we have ape.
We have ape. Animals, ape. There you are.
Yeah, that's what it was. There we go. Thank you. Yeah, so he, just put him to the side or something. But yeah, so he, you see him shift and come up alongside you. He can't attack yet, but you see him getting ready to swing his large, rather strong-looking gorilla body into this guy.
And this gentleman will run forward as well. And Heidi's turn.
So, of course, Heidi reaches out to Balberos and casts haste, first of all. Says, go get him! You can do it. And she will also use a bonus action to inspire, use Bardic Inspiration on... We'll do Tarek. As she looks quickly over to Tarek and says, you can do this, Tarek. These are just but puny snake folk. And that's her turn.
Malbs.
Okay, so I will look over to Heidi as she has hasted me. Oh, thanks, love. I've been needing it right now. And let's see, so an extra +2, and I think, don't I get to run faster? Don't I get an extra 10 feet?
Haste.
Yeah, you get a dash action if you'd like.
Okay. Well, let's see here. There is, yeah, I'm going to, so 1, 2, 3. I'll just tie this dude up. I'm going to run up to this guy and punch him right in the face. So, hell yeah. There. Okay,
Oh,
21, 14.
Both those hit.
Okay. 5 and 9, and then for mine, I'm going to use my hasted action. Let's see. To attack one more time.
10 misses.
Okay, but I will spend a key point to do Flurry of Blows. And 2 more attacks. Whoops. Button's doing that. Okay, that's fine. But 14 and 24?
Same roll. Yep, both those would hit.
Okay, so...
Death by a million cuts.
Six for the first one. And 9 for the second one. And then for the, let's see, for the first one, it needs to succeed on a dex saving throw or be knocked prone.
Dex saving throw or knock prone. Here we go.
DC's 13.
Oh! Got it.
Alright, then I guess the second one, strength saving throw, or it's going to be pushed 15 feet away from me.
No.
Okay, I'm going
straight
to...
back?
Yeah, I'm just going to basically flat palm punch it and watch it slide 15 feet away from me.
She played that pretty good on that one attack. It's bleeding heavily from its gut.
And then I will stand back in front of Heidi.
The nightmare speaker kind of yells to someone inside the door saying, "Shut the portcullis! Shut it, I will take care of these intruders!" And she slithers forward 30 feet and strikes out with the Eldritch Blast towards Balbs. 25.
Yeah, that'll hit.
1d10. 2 beams. So 2 beams. So 2d10. 15. That's her turn. This pitmaster here, seeing Gwydion, is going to move forward towards Gwydion.
Gwydion isn't there. He's the...
You're sorry.
Yep.
So I guess it's going to be Balbs or Heidi. Going to go towards Heidi. Oh, can't make it. Can't make it. Let's see what he can do, though. He can do a little bit of a... I think he can do Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, a little razzle dazzle.
Little razzle dazzle. He can do a little razzle dazzle. Yep, he can do the same thing. I think they're like warlock versions of these. 21.
Oh, it hits me.
$12.
I'm okay. It's a little bit burnt, but I'm okay.
Carrion.
Alright, I am going to cast Fairy Fire, centered on this square. So, Mr. Ape and these 3 Yuan-Ti need to make saving throws. Dexterity saving throws.
Dex save?
Yeah, DC 15.
What's the aura on it?
15.
It's like
The
15.
aura is red.
How many feet?
Oh, 20.
20 feet. Oh yeah, I should be able to get them all. 20 feet. You probably.
Gwydion?
Yeah.
I'd probably. You could
I think
probably.
it hits everything in that area.
Yeah, it does.
You have to center it on a person, or can you center it somewhere else?
It's just a cube. It doesn't have to be in a, like, targeting a person.
Okay, I think you could center it off then and just get the enemies.
Cool.
I think you still get Gwydion.
If you put it somewhere up here, right?
It wouldn't hit this guy is the only thing. Right?
It would hit these two.
I mean, I don't mind. I think that seems fine.
Yeah, he'll probably make it with his 8.
Not quite. Yeah, I
Just
think I gotta
fair.
get Gwydion.
All right, here's the.
Yeah, you'll get him
made
anyway.
that one. And the second one fell. What does it do if he falls?
So they have a red kind of aura surrounding them, and every attack roll against them has advantage.
Nice. All right. And is that it?
Also shed light.
There should be one more that you have to roll for.
Yeah, the one up
The-
here.
How's it reach that? It's a 20 cube, right?
Yeah, it would be if it's centered here,
If it's
so
centered
it would get all
here.
3 and do
Yeah,
it.
but a cube? Isn't that just a square? Isn't
No,
it just
well,
that?
it's a radius. It's not a. It's centered on a cube, but it's a radius.
It's a radius. It's not.
What?
Is it a cube effect or a radius
Fairy
effect?
No, it's a
fire,
radius.
Each object in a 20-foot cube within range. is
Oh.
outlined
Yeah, this is nothing about radius.
Yeah, but
Okay,
oh,
hold
it
on,
was.
hold on.
Yeah, but you would have to. You could put it here and
in-
hit these
yeah,
two.
Put it right here.
Yeah, let's do
So
that then.
That is within 20 foot. Yeah.
Yeah, that one
It's a
beat it.
20-foot cube.
Those are the two that I rolled. That one and that
Oh,
one.
actually, oh yeah. If it were right there, yeah.
Okay, then yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
And then this one have to roll too. The pitmaster. The pitmaster, and then what's his name? Elwin.
Oh, I see.
The
That
Elwin.
one.
Actually, I see what he means. It would be 20. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, that does work. Yeah.
And this one.
Oh,
have
no, that would be if it were radius. Yeah, so the distance from this one to that one is 20 foot. So that
Yeah.
would be the size of the cube.
Yeah.
Would be that to that.
So yeah, so
Screw it.
it's
This
only
doesn't
gonna
have to
affect
talk. This
those
is 20
two.
foot radius. Whatever.
Okay. It's fine. It's just,
All right.
Sorry.
it's very
Alright,
vague.
Okay.
No, it's not.
So Heidi hasted Blabros, right?
Yes, of course.
Okay, so Terek, you hear a voice behind you saying, Terek, take the wrath of the goddess to these bastards. And you feel magic coursing through you as Arden casts haste on you.
Nice.
This is bringing back memories. He died
Oh,
because
yeah.
of haste.
You did.
He
You
did.
did that brutally because of haste.
You would have died faster
But it's
if you
okay
didn't have
because
haste.
you have Gwydion here to cast Lesser Restoration on you and get rid of fatigue.
It's only one round.
Yeah, true. Worth this casting.
Yep. Back to the top. This pitmaster attacks the ape twice.
There.
Where's my bite? 17, 15. I'm guessing, let's see what the DC is on those things. Armor class 12, so both those hit. So 22. 22 to the 8.
Gwydion.
Oh, that's me. Sorry. I forgot I'm the
yeah.
8.
You're the
Oh
8.
no.
There's no other
So yeah, the pit
Yeah,
master's
so that'll.
2 snake hands just basically grab the ape and just
Ooh.
pick it up, start shaking it.
Yeah, that'll. I think that definitely hits. Let me see.
AC 12.
Yeah,
Hit
AC
points.
12, yeah.
Hit points.
So that'll drop him and deal a bit of damage to Gwydion. So yeah, minus 19 off of that, and the rest goes to Gwydion.
So when I set up NPC, I roll hit points automatically. So you had 22.
Oh,
So
okay.
you would take.
Oh, you roll it. Sweet.
Yep, it would exactly kill him. So
Okay, yeah. So you see Gwydion kind of pop back out of his ape form. If you can get rid of the light, yeah. Back in the battle, quite startled by the sudden assault from these snake arms.
yeah, it's Tarek's turn.
We got the triple warhammer now.
Oh, it's got the goner. This guy,
Number 1,
goner.
16.
Mm-hmm.
For another 10. Number 2, 14.
Yep. His AC's 14, so you don't have to ask.
For another 10. Still up after
Yeah.
30.
I'll have
One
it.
more.
This guy resisted the fairy fire.
No, he has Fairy Fire, so it
okay.
hit.
19.
Yeah.
For another 10. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Still up. Not by much, but he's still
Oh
up.
my god. Well, I mean, at least
I'll no, I'm not gonna.
I say, at least my my ape form did its job and tanked the hit.
And I'll move around, you know, I'll position myself like over here, get in everyone's way.
Oh, I just had a brilliant idea. Is there any way that Gwydion might be able to roll nature to see if he knows whether Yuan-Ti might have water breathing? I don't know if they do.
I believe they have
I think they
amphibious.
do.
They have amphibious.
Do they? Okay.
They
I
might,
figured
but
Gwydion
we
would
don't.
probably know that. Shame. I was gonna turn into a fucking crocodile and drag him into the water. That's a pretty brutal tactic, but it would work so well if they couldn't breathe in water.
All right, this one, the soldier's up and is going to move and attack Tarek.
My boy, he's protecting me.
To attack.
I should have kept Call Lightning on. I thought we'd be in the castle.
Ooh!
Oh,
Wow, look at that. Once again, Shield of Faith coming through.
Oh my god, you poor boy.
11 on
God
that.
damn it.
Fucking every time you use
Even
Shield
with
of
the
Faith.
haste?
Even with haste, I have 24,
Fuck.
so
17, that misses, right?
Oh my god.
Mhm.
17.
Well,
Wait,
I mean,
hold on, I gotta make a
it's crit one
con
way or
save.
another. Yeah.
Make it. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Still up.
That,
Take 11 damage though.
Just don't get
there
feared.
you go.
That would be bad.
Gwydion's turn.
Alright, well, this seems a dire situation. Let's see, what spells do we have? I think, oh yeah, he has advantage to hit. That's rough. None of them are really in a super good position. So I think I'll go ahead and cast Conjure Animals, and I'll summon my my polar bear to
Oh.
defend me. Polar bear, right here. Oh yeah. Yeah. You guys see Gwydion kind of a bit concerned, take a step back almost, but not leaving the close combat range as he kind of pulls a small sickle from his hip and slams his staff down as the bear appears. And of course I get my bonus. So you're rolling the health for the animal, right?
Yeah, he has 53.
Okay, so my thing gives him extra. I forgot that you were rolling. I was figuring it was based off of the normal. But Let me just close that. So Mighty Summoner, they get an extra 2 hit points per hit die. Which I have how much it gets here. Oh, I don't have the value it gains. How many hit dice does a polar bear have?
It has 5d10, I guess. Does that count?
So 5, so 10 health. 10 extra health, so 63.
5d10 plus 15, yes.
So 63, perfect.
All right. Other Malison's turn, and he's going to go, any reach valves? Barely, yes. And then attack twice.
Bring it.
14.
Miss.
That misses. 22.
Yeah, that'll hit.
6. Not too bad. That's him. Heidi, you're up.
Heidi is going to take a few steps back. And what she's going to do, because she's seen these Nightmare Speakers before, she's going to start playing Counterspell. And that's her. Actually, I'm going to give... So Tarek does have the inspiration right now, reminder. She's going to give a inspiration also to Balberos. She just says, "Get him, love." And that's it.
Oh yeah, does my bear attack on the turn it comes in? I assume not.
Doesn't seem right.
I don't think so. I don't think we did that before either.
Yeah, let's be in action. All right, Balb, you're up.
All right, I'll look to this thing in front of me. Oh shit, I gotta do that dumb thing. Just a second here. All right. Can do this quick. Okay, good, I saved. I'm gonna look to this thing in front of me, and I'm gonna go, "Oh, you just don't know when to quit, do you?" And whack, whack. Punch it in its dumb face. Uh, 13 and a 19.
13, I think, hang on a second. 12, hit, both of them hit.
Okay. 10 and 5, and then my hasted attack will be...
Didn't he get the fairy fire as well?
No,
that-
he
that
didn't.
was the one
Actually,
that-
he did.
Oh.
Oh, he saved?
That was on the save, yep.
Okay.
8 damage.
Another 8.
Yep. He's still up.
He's still up.
Ah, fuck. All right. I'm gonna use key point to pop him in the face a couple times with my flurry of blows.
Hits. Hits.
All right. 5 and 4.
Kills him.
All right. Then as I just punch him right in the jaw and drop him, I'm going to look over to the pitmaster and I'm going to say, "You're not fucking going anywhere." And I step right up next to him.
Sick.
And now it's the Nightmare Speaker's turn.
Where she has darkness on a little bit.
Oh, she could. No, she's going to basically move forward. 30. Balberos. Invoke Nightmare.
But thank God, as a heads up, I did counterspell last time, so you have an advantage against anything that's fear or charm. I knew this was coming.
DC 13 intelligence.
Oh, I'm so glad.
thank
my
God.
God.
You make it.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Heidi.
What does it look like as you see your worst fear?
So as this thing starts chanting, I look back behind me and I see just Heidi dead on the field. I see everyone just collapsed in heaps, blood pouring out of him, and I shake my head as Heidi continues playing her song. And I look over to it and I say, "Not today, motherfucker."
Pitmaster at your side does do a multi-attack to spites. 22,
Yeah. Damn.
10, 20,
Damn, yeah.
15.
Okay, I'm unconscious.
Oh no.
Oh.
Shit.
So yeah, as he shakes off the nightmare, the pitmaster sneaks in behind him, and you feel these two snakes just bite at your neck. Snap, snap. Ah! Blood sprays out. You feel the world going dark before you collapse. Carrion, it's your turn.
Hello?
We muted.
Marianne.
Whoops. Seeing that this happened right by her, Carrion's gonna move towards Balberos and cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level. And so you will get 13 hit points back, and you're conscious again.
Hey.
Hey!
Oh,
Alive.
oh, thank you.
Get back up!
You're taking my job there, Carrion.
Arden, Ravenwood, Riverwood.
Okay. Arden was briefly concerned there when Blabberus went down, but he thinks that Heidi and Carrion have got that covered now, so he turns his attention to the Nightmare Speaker and casts Scorching Ray at her. 3 rays of fire spring out from his hands and
Oh,
spring
no.
towards her. So that's 1, 2, and... Whoops. Oh, yeah, that's why it cut down to those 2 castings. Give me a sec. Let's do this once more. Da-da. Because it's 3 attacks, but it's counting it as 3
Oh.
castings mainly.
21, 28.
So, yeah, it depends. So it's 3 attacks,
Yep.
basically.
28 damage.
Nice.
Wow.
Oh, those are your attack rolls?
Yeah, the attack rolls,
Never
yeah.
mind then.
I was
Just
gonna
like
say, I was
that,
like,
surely
wow.
8
One of them
hit.
hits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
damage.
Rough.
Yeah, one of
Oh,
them hits.
fucking
The
hell.
other one just like hits the stone nearby and just scorches it. Little fire springs up and then is extinguished. And this pitmaster next to Gwydion is going to
Look at that big bear.
Oh, by the way, Heidi, Arden just steps out of her line of sight because he reckons she's going to come back at him. Oh, actually, no, he'll stay in her line of sight. Better he
thank-
takes it. Otherwise, she'll go for Heidi. And I think they're able to take it.
Or
Yuan-Ti.
Carrion, who just healed.
Pitmaster has an intelligence of 14, above average. He knows where that bear's coming from.
Oh no. Tarek's hurt. Oh shit.
14.
Not good. Oh. That might actually,
Here's 13.
Oh no, mine's 13.
And 18.
Oh no, I'm dead. Oh,
I mean,
so
I'll
fucked.
take that one.
No, I think I should be alright. I've got decent health. We've got 36, so it's not too bad. It's 15.
Yeah, you're still up.
Yeah. I'm still just very in pain.
Now it's Tarek's turn.
Let's finish it off, yeah? 26? 12?
That hits. Pitmaster, you're going after him, I'm assuming?
Yeah, yeah. Double tap. Oh, shit's still up, fucker. 15? 14, there you go.
And that kills him
Ah.
exactly.
Hey.
Just
Nice.
wailing on him with his warhammer. And I'm gonna turn, swivel around and hit the other guy.
26 hits. For 9. Your Thor's hammer is a whirling.
Oh no, yeah, Gwydion would be down exactly, wouldn't
I don't know, I'm not doing the math.
he? Yeah, he'd be exactly down, actually, so he would be exactly 0.
Which means Bear's gone too, by.
Yeah.
How about there?
Yeah, if he goes unconscious, anything he has is gone.
What seasoned warriors we have.
Arden will start reaching for his staff.
The mouth.
Fucking double lizard arm boys. They deal ridiculous damage. I can't do anything.
9. 8. Oh, Gwydion's turn.
Pathetic.
Death save.
Yeah, I gotta do death save.
One step closer to the darkness.
That poison, man, that poison.
Heidi comes over behind Gwydion and, of course, places hands, kneels down, places hands up his chest, and she's going to cast Cure Wounds at level 2.
Yay.
So you get 14 altogether.
You guys are getting a little better than you used to be. At healing, at least.
Right.
Yeah, we're very good at healing.
Oh shoot, I should have used an ability there, but I didn't. I'm dumb. Oh well.
Do it!
I should have earlier. I forgot about it, but it's okay. So Heidi gets Gwydion to the point of consciousness. She leans down and says, "Hey, you're a bit of a squishy bugger, aren't you?"
He, kind of, his eyes flit back open again. Oh, I had a terrible dream about this snake man.
A snake man? Well, unfortunately, the dreams are real. Get up.
And he kind of looks. Yeah, yes. He kind of pulls himself up, of course, towering over Heidi as usual.
You are not in the bathhouse. Get to it.
Grabs his staff and is ready.
Blair Bros.
I will look at this guy in front of me. Let's see. Does it take an action to do that? I'll spend 5 feet of movement to stand up. And... yeah, that's an action. Shit. Alright. I will go to town on this dude. So, I'm gonna do pap pap and punch him in the face.
I really need a punch sound effect.
I know, right?
Slap.
Oh, shit. I forgot to turn off advantage, but all those hit regardless.
It's your sword. 4. So 23.
23.
Still up.
I will spend another key point. God damn it. And pap him a couple more times.
Both those hit.
The 10 does? Wow, damn. All right.
Oh no, the 10 doesn't. Sorry.
Okay.
You're right.
8 bludgeoning.
Keep me
And
honest.
he has to make a strength saving throw.
Strength coming up. Ooh,
All right.
got it.
That's fine. 8 bludgeoning.
So he comes forward to you on your flank. You slash him a few times with your sword and with your offhand. Hit him in the throat. Falls to a knee, then stands back up. Your pitiful army will soon fall, and the Yuan-Ti will flood onto your shores like so many snakes in a nest.
And yeah, that's me.
Nightmare Speaker. What is she going to do? I think she's just going to start Eldritch blasting hard. And
She started Eldritch blasting.
She must have.
She
what's
must.
the one? Hunger of Hadar?
Josh!
Oh.
I don't
Why
think,
you
she, I don't
doing
think
it?
she has that one. I don't think she has that one. Oh, I got something else though. Yeah, I want to smack him with the Eldritch Blast. Ranged attack. 9. I'm guessing that misses.
I think that misses
Does
most
indeed,
people.
yeah.
Probably.
Damn it! All right, she'll
He's,
move.
he's wearing armor.
She's the weakest one of these things
She's got
ever.
her second attack still.
No, she doesn't. Not with blast.
Not with a spell.
Eldritch Blast is 2.
Let's
She didn't do... I don't think she did Eldritch, did she? Something else, I think.
She did. But the
She has
only
two
multi,
rays, doesn't she?
she only has multi-attack when she does Constrict and Scimitar.
Depends what level
Well,
she's
yeah, but the
casting at.
spell does 2 attacks.
It's different for NPCs. Sometimes.
Eldritch Blast, I just have as a cantrip.
Yeah. It depends on level and stuff on how many rays it does.
Yeah, if she casts as 5th level or higher, then she'll get 2.
All right.
Yeah, it
No, all we
she's
good
been
then.
fucking shit.
So what I did earlier though is I just made the one attack and cast a 2d10.
Oh, I
Okay, so I did it wrong.
Oh, that's fine.
Now I know. So misses you both. This is the worst nightmare speaker you've ever met.
I know.
Not
Holy
a single
shit.
one of her spells is hit.
That's why she's guarding the back door.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, that's why she's so shitty.
Pitmaster. This time I'm going to try to poison you, actually. Poison's Disciple. Get 2 of those a day. Where's my bite? Oh!
Uh-oh.
Doesn't he still have... He's haste, and does he still have, Oh, wait, this is Balbs, right?
It's Tarek?
Balbos.
Damn it.
Oh.
Yep. So it's at 11 damage.
Wait. Hold up.
Hold up what?
Because I just remembered, because I have an ability for this. I'm going to use it against...
Cutting word.
Yeah, cutting words. I use it against the actual damage itself. So let's see. Boop. So that's counter charm. I'm so sorry. I did it wrong. All right, here we go. Cutting words.
God.
So basically, yeah, I can set the confidence in someone as long as they're in 60 feet, and I can roll a d8 right now to minus the damage.
Nice.
Oh!
He says, your bite is about as strong as a snakelet, ain't it? You baby teeth fuck.
And it bites again as... Strong talk from a woman fighting from the rear.
Says it'll take it up the rear.
14 misses.
Shit, dude, that's a different point.
Carrion.
Carrion is just standing behind Balberos, supporting him, and so she's going to cast Cure Wounds, but at 1st level this time. So he gets 9 health back.
Powerful, Carrion. Powerful. Arden. And then we're at the top
Okay.
again.
Healing
Yeah.
is so good.
So Arden is going to he's going to do his favourite trick. He's going to look at the Nightmare Speaker and call the wrath of the goddess down on a twinned guiding bolt. So he is going
Get those sorcery points, baby.
to attack.
14 hits? Yes, it does.
Where's the other one? Come on. Why isn't it doing it? Yeah. Ah, and the other one misses. Oh,
Other one misses.
Still? Guiding bolt?
still good. So that will do 46 damage. and the next attack against her gets advantage. So you'll be able to see that she's glowing with a faint sort of holy light. So it will kind of mark her out as a target.
How hurt is everybody?
I'm down about 12.
Valves, I'm sure, is relatively low.
Mm-hmm.
Probably end up... Yeah, and Tarek's been hit a bit. I'll probably end up using my healing spirit to get everyone to full after we kill these guys. Because that combined with my unicorn spirit will basically just guarantee full health. But I think the unicorn spirit is probably better saved for a more intense combat. Like a boss. Because I mean it heals us like 7, I think.
Alright, so I'm up.
You're up. As you're up.
I wondered. I was just waiting for it to move on, so I thought we were waiting for
Read that.
Feeling the silence.
All those hit.
Sick. Holy fuck. Get it.
28. Kills him.
This righteous fury fills my hammer. Just bash down its stupid skull. I have a hatred for lizards now.
I wonder why. Oh my god.
And I'll move to the right in front of this one.
You see as it starts to rain on the battle. The battle is going certainly in your favor. And you see at the parapets a form has kind of climbed to the top and seems to be summoning something. You've seen this before. As the lightning strikes all around it. You hear chanting.
Uh-oh.
There seems to be a hazy orb around this thing as well.
Seems bad.
And Gwydion's up.
Yeah, let's see. What do we have around us? We've got mostly just the Nightmare Speaker. Gwydion doesn't like being in close combat. That didn't go great before. So, I don't want to use my last form just yet. That's not worth using. So, and we need to save the healing for when we use those. Yeah, I'll go in with a swipe from my staff, I guess.
You'll get
On this
advantage.
lady. Oh, yeah. An advantage. Very good. Okay, so I'll click that. So 16 with the staff.
16 hits. Yeah.
Alright, hey!
Oh, right.
Hey!
Oh,
You
and
did
she
it,
dies. No, just kidding.
Gwydion. I helped!
Heidi's turn.
God.
All right. So seeing this guy, it's not gonna be good. Something happens. So what she'll do is she'll start not running, but casually jogging, I guess. Getting behind the Nightmare Speaker, and she's gonna cast Vicious Mockery as she starts to move up. Yep, casually jogging. She's like, oh my goodness, I haven't seen anyone as flat from the back before as I've seen in you. And let's see.
That's neat.
All right, so DC 16,
Oh.
1 psychic damage.
Oh my god, you guys are killing her.
You know, slaying.
Killing her softly.
Roll me a DC 16 wisdom save.
I don't think killing someone with 1 damage at a time is anything to do with
You have disadvantage on your first attack. As
Fine.
she is very much insulted by the flat-ass comment.
She is. Belair Bros.
So, guy in front of me here is still up, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna pap. And pap.
Hasted. Both of them hit.
Okay, I'm gonna throw that hasted attack in there too.
Oh, this probably
All
won't
right.
be it.
Let me start with that one. 9.
9. Still up. 6. Still up. 9.
So 20 damage total.
20 kills him exactly.
Oh, fuck, yeah.
Nice.
So as the pitmaster standing in front of me, I just punch him and then just roundhouse fucking deck him right to the face and drop him. I look down, look back to Carrion. Oh, thank you, dear. You've been quite helpful in this fight. And
Yeah,
then
this is the 4th round. Yep.
I move over to flank with the pitmaster. And, oh man, do I want to do that? I don't think we're going to get a short rest, so probably not.
Yeah.
And
All right.
it's her turn.
Not with Kraken Boy up there.
Yep.
Oh no.
It's her turn. She's going to use... We'll see if this works or not. Nope, of course not. How we expect the code to work. Death Fangs, if she hits. We get 1 Constrict, 1 Scimitar.
So the first attack is at disadvantage.
So I was going to try to squeeze onto Tarek.
24, baby.
Ah, miss. Let's see what you miss. So she tries to slither on your legs. Failing to do so, she lashes out with her scimitar. And let's see what that does.
I like the idea you just stomp her fucking tail with your armored boot.
23.
Oh man.
Still less than 24.
Missed 8. All right. You're so tanky. She
Not
sucked to me.
enough.
Carrion, your turn.
Okay, so the person up here appears to be casting some sort of ritual, right?
It appears so.
Okay. Carrion is going to cast Misty Step, and we'll get up here, and then is going to use her action to sprint up here.
Triggering all the traps.
Triggering all the traps. And that's her turn.
As a matter of fact, I've never used a trap, but I got one thing.
Oh,
No, our friend!
that's great.
As you sprint down the bridge from across under the bridge, crawls a troll sniffing around. You guys have seen him before,
He works with the fucking witch.
and he vowed to come back. Where you going?
No.
Don't go anywhere so fast. Oh, I'm old Greg. And he enters the initiative order.
God, he's gonna kill Carrion.
Is he
Everything,
under
guys,
the bridge?
what you-
He's
To
climbed up over the bridge as you came
yeah,
across.
he's where he is right now. So
Crap.
Look, just dive in the water, you'll be fine.
it's Arden's turn.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
you're
think,
level 5. You have swimming.
I think it's time for a scorching ray for old Greg to welcome him back.
Turn into
So,
a shark.
That's the first.
Oh my god, we can
attack,
push him in the water and turn into sharks.
and then
Oh.
the third.
Oh fuck.
Let me see. He's 15 to hit. So
Oh.
14.
So only one hit. So I can roll the damage on that. 8 damage, but it's fire.
That's both the crit?
It was a crit, so it should be 4d6.
Oh,
yeah,
thank
do
you.
2 more d6.
Thank you very much. 13. Thank you, guys.
Oh, he's on fire. So he's kind of flailing around. Ah! And that's your turn.
Yeah, Arden's going to move forward as well. Yeah, so I'll just do that. You can carry on with other people.
Let me see. I'm guessing the troll's intelligence is not high. 7. No. He reflexively goes towards where the fire came from. Ow, that burns! So he's like 50th percentile on IQ, this guy. Let's see what his speed is. 30 only, huh?
Yeah, I outran him last time.
You did? Yeah, where's old Arden? There he is.
It's all
Yeah.
starting, Greg.
Arden came to the front. Yeah.
Whoa!
Where are you going so fast, sorcerer?
I wasn't going anywhere.
And Derek's turn.
Hopefully finish him off. Yeah, let's go, Warhammer.
Double queen. Hey!
27. For 12.
Still up. And 25. 13. He has 5 left.
Yeah, never mind. I was about
Kissed?
I can do it.
So Sticky Arden says, "Have you met my friend Tarek?"
That kills him. So tell me what that looks like as you smite him.
I see this giant rushing towards my comrade, so I decide to quickly hasten this thing's death, bash it across the face, some teeth go flying, and then I'll charge up. You there. Your fight is with me.
I'm old Greg. I fight who I like. I'll count that as flanked. You got that mage too. Awen Lorana is inside. If you remember her,
Oh,
Now, I
yeah.
remember her. I don't see her.
The fucking
Fucking kill her.
necromancer chick.
She's inside.
Yeah.
and Snarky.
We've got a lot of bosses to defeat.
All right, Gwydion, your turn.
All right. Well, Gwydion, he sees that big bad dude up there, and he wants to. Oh well, actually, let me make this a bit more organized. I can go. Boop and boop, as he runs up to proceed and head up to back up Carrion, basically. So that's my move. I do have an action. I don't think there's any spells I want to cast just yet. I want to get a bit closer.
You could dash.
Oh, you can dash, can't you? Was that your speed again?
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, so I can do another 30. So yeah, he actually makes pretty good headway. Catching up with Carrion.
All right, Heidi's turn.
So Heidi, knowing that if she tried to escape this troll, she'd get smacked. So she's going to maneuver around it, actually, to give flanking to Tarek. And she is going to cast Vicious Mockery at this thing and says, I can see under your loincloth, but I don't really see much. DC 16 Wisdom save.
He has to make a whiz save now.
Mm-hmm. I think someone, did I call you Bailey's?
Oh man, his whiz is not good. Yep.
Ah, take it! So he's gonna have disadvantage in his first attack next for this round.
Got it.
That's
Oh.
it.
Belabros.
Alright, I see old Greg here, and so I'm gonna run around him. 1, 4, 5, 6, and my flanking with Arden at this point.
Absolutely.
Alright,
Yep, surrounded. He's like swinging a while at you guys. Ah! Stay back from old Greg.
I'm gonna be just papping him. Hi, sorry, old Greg.
Uh, 15, so 2 of them hit.
3, because it is advantage.
Yeah.
Oh, true. All of them hit. 14 plus 6 is 20.
And I will use 1 bonus action to do 1 unarmed attack. 20
Yep, that hits.
for another 8.
You hit him hard. He's surrounded on all sides. Says, "I don't know. That old great go. I'll never meant you no harm." He's trying desperately to flee now. Still on 5th round. Carrion, you're up.
Carrion's going to move forward a bit more and is going to call lightning and have it strike down on this spellcaster.
What level will you call it using that? What level spell
I only
is that?
have 3rd level.
Can you make an arcane check or knowledge arcana?
Yep.
At 12.
8.
No. Go ahead and make your lightning.
Okay, so as there's already a storm kind of ongoing, a lightning bolt just crashes down, striking towards this spellcaster with the mysterious aura. They have to make a dexterity saving throw.
As it comes down, it hits this aura and it seems to get diffused around it. It just gets grounded into the castle as the spellcaster kind of looks back at you and starts to grin.
Could I do the Arcana check as well?
Yes.
What's going on? Yep.
No. You're no Jaxus.
No, not at all. He doesn't know a lot about magic. He knows about other stuff.
I'll let Arden can make it as well if you'd like.
Okay, Arcana.
Please know this.
Yep.
Hey.
Arden actually has seen this spell before in action. All those years ago, or probably a year ago, in the mountains, underneath the mountains, when Awen Lorena was performing that rite, and she had that globe of invulnerability on, and you had to get to them physically in order to do anything about it.
Oh.
So.
Okay.
We also saw this when we were at the during the
yeah.
ship battle with the Yuan-Ti, and he summoned the Kraken.
Yes, you saw that too, but he didn't have the orb on him, however.
I've got something for this.
Arden's turn.
I'm
Okay.
so glad I prepped it.
Arden is gonna take a bit of a risk, and he's going to. Actually, no, it's better he doesn't. Yeah, he's gonna step back over here. He'll get an attack of opportunity.
Oh,
Okay.
Is haste
No,
concentration?
no. So it would be hopefully it's 7. It would be 17 because his first attack, because he has disadvantage.
Yep.
But then again, I think 17 still
it'd
hits.
be 6.
Arden.
It
Arden's a
just
little
hits
wimp.
me.
Yep.
Just hits me. Yeah. Darn.
Oof.
That's
And then I'm
6,
gonna
not
have to-
12.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And then what's the check? Is a Constitution save, isn't it? For
Yep, and you have
I
plus
forgot.
2.
I forgot I was concentrating. Okay, yeah, that's enough. So yeah, at least I don't lose the spell because that would have been very embarrassing.
Yeah, that would suck.
So yeah, I'm going to cast Firebolt. I think I get no, it's just 1, but it's extra damage if I hit. Okay. Oh, it's probably not going to hit after all. Then.
Nope.
Okay. Darn. That was dumb. Okay, move on.
Goes wide as this fire blast just streaks over Tarek's head, barely missing him.
Watch yourself.
Damn.
Old Greg's surrounded, but again, his intelligence is low. He moves forward, provoking 3 attacks of opportunity.
Wouldn't it just be Balbarrows? Because he's still in range of me and Heidi.
Yeah, you're right.
It's true.
Yep, Balbs.
It's not that dumb, just a little dumb.
He's pretty dumb.
Oof.
That hits.
Oof.
9. Oh, let please old Greg go. And he takes a swipe at Arden with his claw and bite.
Let me
He's
go, I'm
he
gonna
tries
attack.
to leave. He just wants to run away.
And slap Arden.
I've never hurt anyone.
12. And
No.
12 and 9. Misses them both. And end of the round. This would be round 6.
I think it's 5 for me, right? I got it on the round after.
Yep.
Yeah, well, you'll go down, yeah, I think the round after, because this will be round 6 for Balbs.
And you can see above kind of that parapet, as he sees you kind of clear the bridge. That sorcerer or mage or whatever it is up there kind of steps down some steps or on the other side of the parapet to the inside.
Oh, he's gone.
27.
Yes,
Oh no, damage.
that will kill Greg.
Did it look like the guy finished whatever he was casting, or did he abandon it?
He didn't abandon it. He just stepped down inside, like to the other side of the building.
Enough of these distractions. Let's press the attack.
You have to hurry.
Wasn't
Yeah.
like this old Greg finally dies after 21 sessions.
Well, Tarek doesn't know who the hell this guy is. He's never met him. So, he's a...
Yeah, neither does Gwydion.
Heidi does. Arden does. I guess as, oh, you go ahead. You describe it, Derek.
At one time.
No, he goes to Arden after Arden almost singes Tarek's head off, so he's a little pissed off at that. It's a little fiery rage, a little bit aimed at Arden. It's his general direction. He swings a hammer down a couple times. Big old goof goes down. And then haste ends shortly after, so Tarek goes down for a moment.
It's the spell barrows.
Yeah, and Gwydion kind of calls Carrion back to the others. Let us regroup. And he actually takes a few steps back. And the healing from it is strong enough that it'll basically bring it to full. Like, let me see. Healing spirit. So let me just click it. So basically, I put the spirit in. It heals each of us. Using this as a second level, it would be 1d6. I believe. Yeah, 1d6 per turn, basically for 6 turns. And I'll do it as. Should I do this 3rd level? No, I need to save those. So I'll do it as that. So. Basically 6d6 to each of us that's hurt.
Nice. So should we each just roll 66?
Or just roll
Might as well.
once. Oh, okay.
6d6 each, I guess? Or... Well, yeah, because it rolls individually for each person, so we can each roll our own. Sick.
Nice.
Here we go. Now my thing's... Oh, my cap is 36. Sweet, so I'm healed to full. Yeah, so you guys see this rather, this beautiful figure kind of erupt in the field of battle. It takes the shape of, let's see what sounds interesting. Kind of rises up from the waters, this spirit, as it looks almost like a siren. Something that would lure someone out to sea as it kind of passes over each of us, healing you. There. It's a bit better, isn't it? Let us move. We have to hurry.
I agree. Let's get in there.
With time, I don't know if we do, but if we can take a small, I don't know, breather or something.
That was a breather.
Bloody hell.
I don't think we have time.
For
Did you-
fuck's sake.
Across the bridge, you can see down on the field of battle. That's still going on. We're not going to roll casualties, but let's see how this turns out. How desperate you are as you go inside.
I'm not gonna roll casualties, but let me roll casualties.
We'll see who wins. We're not going to go through each unit. That's too much.
Do it, do it, do it.
Get
Go
back
each
there.
and every
You can't go in
unit.
there. Switch slides. I only gave you a line of sight through there so you could see him up on the parapet. So you guys can roll your D100s. During that, I added up the survivors and the castle forces and everything else, plus the L's for you guys. It's going to be extremely hard for you to lose this. You will get a 105 bonus. They will get a 20 bonus.
I assume it's Tarek's. I didn't realize it. I thought anyone was gonna roll it.
You are a...
Oh.
you
Are we all
a-
rolling this?
He did it. It's 36.
Oh, it was
Oh,
36.
Oh, Tarek?
Thank goodness. Compared to the other two.
Now, who rolled it first? Tarek?
I rolled
Derek did.
the
What,
Tarek.
guys, you suck.
So you got a 8 plus
36.
104.
What was
No.
it? D100, right?
Yeah, but Tarek rolled first.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
did he?
He
Yes, he
did.
did.
Oh
Yeah.
no!
Close,
Yeah,
Snarky.
you did. Look at your
8
screen.
plus 105 is 113. Geez, that's really bad.
Yeah. Stop sucking.
Hey,
It's weird. It shows
give me a
up-
D4, I'll be fine.
I don't know how.
You're
It's
gonna
two
see on the
crits.
recording.
84 plus 20, you still win.
Suck it.
Barely.
Tactical genius.
So,
Gosh.
as you look down, like I said, we won't apply the casualty. This takes too long. As you look down, it lots and lots of casualties. There are very few of your forces left, but almost to a man, the Yuan-Ti and the orcs are slain as you enter the inner sanctum.
We need boss music. We need like really badass fucking metal. Face off against Snarky.
Let me
How
put,
about
We've been knowing about Snarky.
who am I
being
missing?
big
1, 2, 3,
badass
4,
orc
5,
since
6.
the start.
Just a short goblin, you
I'm
know?
missing somebody.
he's like, eh.
Oh,
It's
Oh, you
Melik's
missed me.
dad. That's the
Arden.
truth.
I'm missing Arden. There he is.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Get out
Yeah.
of my house! Eh.
Where's my son? I haven't
Give me
seen
my
him in a long
son.
time. He's adopted. I don't think he got along with the other children.
Oh shit! Right against Snarky. He's right there.
Oh shit. Go again.
What the fuck is? What the fuck?
I'm not seeing much.
I see Snarky and I went
Oh, yes.
at the
nice.
back gate, ready to meet us before we even get very far in.
So,
Oh no, they're gonna collapse the bridge.
you're fine.
I see Snarky and Witchy Woman.
You see the Yuan-Ti
So,
enemy map.
as
I
you
would've been-
kind of
sorry.
bust open this gate, you can tell me what it looks like.
Yeah, I would have summoned my bear.
Yeah, it's splinters. You come in and you see a giant orc and a mage there. Both of them look terrified. Perhaps the scene is like there's a parapet nearby where they can look at the battlefield. They've seen that they've been beaten, and they come and you guys see them at the end of this hallway. When Lorana says, "Armies do what armies do, but all of you should turn back now unless you want to meet death here."
Oh.
Gwydion.
I'm sorry. She points kind of across. Of course, she knows that Awen can't see the forces. She casually points out towards their own forces. I'm sorry, I don't know if you looked outside yet, but it seems we're winning.
Hey, it's raining now.
Gwydion.
Hang on 1 second.
Oh, go ahead.
Nope, hang on, dog's causing problems.
It's all good.
Give me 1 minute. Let me mute myself.
Bio break.
Pork.
My frickin' Walmart order never got here.
Fulmer for you.
Fucking bastard. Preparing me on my ass. These motherfuckers are gonna show up at like fucking 6 a.m. or some shit and drop this off, and I'm just gonna get eaten by raccoons.
All they're gonna deliver is McDonald's nuggies.
Yeah, fuck the nuggies. Disgusting. Ugh.
6
I
a.m.
saw-
McNuggets, gross.
Aki sustains himself on nuggies, but not McDonald's nuggies.
Okay,
I
I
I
just hate
understand now.
McDonald's nuggets. They're disgusting. They're so like they
They're-
have a crust.
They're fine when you want to treat yourself badly.
I don't know if like even then I'd rather have like something gross from like somewhere other than well even then if I was going to McDonald's I wouldn't get the nuggets. They're just
Look, if you're depressed and you want to feel bad about yourself, you get a
fries.
20-piece McNugget.
Fries all day. Look at all the calories in those things. They're disgusting. It's so salty. That's bad for you.
Oppie, you get
And?
the fillet of fish.
Oh,
You know what?
God.
Filet of fish is legit though.
You know what the best fucking fries
If you
are?
wanna make yourself
fucking
feel bad,
Arby's
yeah.
curly fries. Those are the best fries.
Yeah.
Those aren't too bad.
Those are amazing. Fuck you.
Homemade sweet potato fries. Is
The best fries are the fries made along the way.
Fucking friendship bullshit.
I
Get
have
outta
made
here.
some sick fries in a portable burner.
Amazing.
Pretty good.
All right,
Oh, hi.
back.
Hey, welcome back. I didn't pause, so
Sorry.
that's fine.
All right, so yeah, Snarky says, "You may kill us, but there will only be more arrive from across the sea. Turn back now. Perhaps we can make a deal."
There are no deals with monsters.
Monsters? What is a monster? This entire continent is shattered. We're all monsters in our own way. Yield to us the west coast, and there is plenty of room in the east for you.
Just fucking charge this guy.
Win.
Fuck him.
No.
You're just going balls out.
Yeah, I want to get the sorcerer. She's not gonna flee again.
And as you rush forward, he's like, "To arms!"
Did I eat you two arms?
I guess we'll roll for initiative.
Too late.
Alrighty.
2 legs.
One head!
And you see, as you do that, you get closer, you see this shadowy figure like rise up behind him. And Lorana says, "You don't know what you've awakened. The queen of the Yuan-Ti."
Kill him too.
Interesting. They actually sent the fucking Yuan-Ti leader out here.
There you go. Huh.
Thinking they'd win the
How long does
battle.
inspiration last? Should I pop it like right now?
I don't think it's been 10 minutes at all yet, so it's still there.
Oh, you guys rolled not as bad for initiative this time.
Yeah, that's arguable.
Oop.
Oh my god.
I
Turn her
fucked
into
that
a
up.
fucking weasel.
Who are you doing that to?
Who should I do this to? Let's
God, do it to
see. You know what? Her wisdom's high. Come on now. This is
Well, I don't
be
know. She's probably got high
two.
charisma and int, but I think it's worth it if it gets off.
No, I was gonna cast on Snarky.
Damn straight you are. I'd be pissed.
But you see, Heidi, she
It's
just
Jax's
like
all over again.
she just extends a hand and snaps her fingers, and he has to make me a wisdom save. DC
Oh,
16.
man.
Watch him roll a 20 on this.
Stop!
Watch it happen.
Stop it! I swear. Yeah.
Hey!
Weasel?
No.
No, not a weasel. He's a harmless
Blobfish.
bunny.
Oh,
little-
not funny.
Actually, yeah, a bunny. It's
Make
a
it something
small.
gross.
Oh, it's a bunny. As you see Heidi extend her fingers and snap, instantly Snarky is surrounded by this purple smoke. It engulfs him, and as he starts to scream, it covers him. He shrinks down further and further, and then you see a small greenish rabbit with long, kind of gnarled teeth that sits there beside Awen. Heidi turns to Awen and just says, "You're saying about retreating? I'm sorry, I didn't understand."
I love.
Very
I
well.
guess-
Let this be your tomb. And
Peace and love.
she smashes the rabbit underneath her foot. Oh,
Oh
I can't
Oh
ever
my
find
God.
a good. I think I can't ever find a good PNG online that has good transparency behind it.
The thing is, if she waited an hour, he would have been back.
well, the thing is,
He's gonna be back anyway.
he just
He's back now.
transforms back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
She doesn't care. She wants to kill him.
Well, that won't kill him. It'll just turn him back into his normal form.
You'd have to dodge, so she'd have to roll to hit, unless we want to make it a cinematic thing.
No, it's not her turn anyway. Yeah, there's a rabbit. There's a rabbit.
Yay!
Hey!
It's so big! Ah!
Lord of rabbits.
Lord
Snarky.
of rabbits.
I want to take him
Snarky.
home.
Lord of rabbits. Oh my God! We need true polymorph so that we can actually turn him into a rabbit and keep him as a pet.
He's super dead now, so.
Represents token. Okay. All right. Good job, Heidi.
Yeah, every boss ever, just bam.
Carrion. Yeah. Tough.
Oh, he is dead. Oh.
So Carrion's actually going to step back a little bit. And then we'll cast Fairy Fire on these two.
Fuck, I
So
should've
they
used
have to
the
make
polymorph.
Dexterity saving throws.
Dex.
Yes.
14.
Fail.
She is a fairy fire
Hey, no more invisible bullshit.
and a rabbit.
It's true. Not getting away easy now.
Snarky.
Also fails.
It would be Snarky's turn, but instead, rabbit just hops around.
Oh my.
Thing.
Balbaros, you're up.
Okay, well, let's see here. So 6. There's 6. And let's see. I'll go over here. And I guess I'm just gonna fucking do my thing and get all glowy.
I don't know. Hit him. That's really bad. That'll pop him back into regular form.
Oh shit. I guess, yeah,
Unless he hops away. Is he gonna hop away or just stand there?
He's just hopping. I was around a bunch of bunnies today. They're scared, they just cower.
Yeah.
Good problem. Hooray!
I'll hold. And I'm gonna punch this lady right in the face.
We here at B&B do not condone violence against women.
2 hits.
Alright. Alright, and then I will just do a bonus action to pop again. 14?
14 hits. No, it does not hit.
Okay.
It'll be at advantage.
Oh,
Fairy
Oh
Fire.
yeah, she's at that.
Huh?
So-
15 does hit exactly.
Okay,
So-
5
so-
bludgeoning.
So other 5.
Yep. And that'll be me.
All right. So she turns towards you Actually, what she's going to do. She's going to, jeez. I kind of want to do this. I kind of want to keep her around.
It'll be tricky.
It's very tricky.
Got a lot of stuff to kill her now. It's gonna be hard to get out of this one.
Oop.
I'm sorry, what?
Ooh. Wait, a level 9 spell?
What the fuck?
Archmage.
Holy crap.
Wow.
Won't provoke attack of opportunity. So she is in front of you, and next thing you guys come to, she's gone. Time starts again, and you just see a rabbit in front of you.
Oh man, she legit could have just blown us up there. There's no way she couldn't have just killed us. Oh my
it
god.
ends if they affect somebody.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, holy shit.
But now, the anathema comes forth. Comes forth
What's gonna
the
be the rabbit?
Larebros. You see this giant thing come out of the main chamber, Larebros. As time starts again, actually, that the mage is no longer there. Instead, this giant thing is on your right, and it looks right at you, and it gets 4 attacks. 2 claw attacks, 1 constrict, and 1 flurry of bites.
Fuck.
This thing has 4
This is
heads.
actual
You haven't
boss.
seen anything like this before.
This is an actual boss. Holy shit.
It was just a distraction.
I hope you got your res spell. Fuck.
14, miss. Let's see.
Wait, did Bob get hit by fairy fire?
He did not. No.
Nope, that would miss. That would miss.
Thank goodness.
That would hit. 13 slashing.
Yeesh.
Its tail starts to wrap around
Oh,
your leg.
no.
God.
Oh no!
Oh.
That's 14. That's 20, 27. Ooh, you're down.
Oh, that's way more than that. That
Yeah, oh yeah, the 23.
43.
plus,
Oh,
Is it more than
I'm muting
double your
myself.
health?
Yeah, it's 50. Holy shit.
all right. Yeah, I'm down.
What's your total health? I doubt that's more than double his total
45.
health. Yeah, that's not more. Double his health. So yeah, he's down and he is constricted, just getting squeezed by this thing. Kind of narratively, you guys see at the end of the hallway, this tail is just whipping to and fro as he's like unconscious, his arms just flailing around.
Of course, Heidi looks fucking
Hey.
terrified at that.
I need, sorry, Bo, I need a gargoyle. If you could grab me that real quickly.
Gargoyle. Coming from coming from the
yeah,
Matrix.
you guys see Gwydion seems to panic pretty hard when he sees this thing just devastate Palabaros. And he sees the way it just lashes into him, and he thinks of like, well, what's the toughest thing I can summon that's going to be able to take those kind of hits? He summons a gargoyle. As you see, the stone seems to kind of warp from the area and crumble together and like clay smooth into the shape of a gargoyle as it roars out, and he'll summon it right forward up to it, I think. So it's got the 7, so it'll be an extra 14 on top of whatever it rolled. Plus 14, so it's 71 total. So it's pretty tanky. It does also have damage resistance against bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical attacks that aren't adamantine. It's also immune to poison.
Got it.
So, yeah, this thing pops up. I think, what's the range on Conjure Element? So, but that's pretty much him.
Yeah, the anathema just rears up at the end of the hallway, just
I'll
hissing.
summon it right on it.
Arden.
Okay. Arden turns round to Tarek again and says, Goddess be with you, my friend. Send it back to hell. And casts haste on him again.
Haste. Haste makes waste of your enemies.
Let's hope. Yeah.
Alright, Tarek, you're up.
Alright, just gonna charge up in there. Pits that the sorcerer got away before I can even interact with her. This is the fucking third time, that coward. We're gonna Warhammer for 17, drop a rank 2 Divine Smite on top of that.
17 hits.
So that attack did 21, 28 damage. Warhammer again for another 12, plus another Divine Smite rank 1.
God damn, boy, unload.
12? Another 12?
And then another 9 on top of that. And then third attack. 22. For another 8 and another rank 1. For another 7. There.
So another 15 total.
There was that 28 plus... What? 21 plus... Yeah.
God damn.
Alright, yeah, I'm good.
Player
Also,
gone.
I should have done this earlier, but... I'm gonna put Valve Enmity on it. I should have done it before the attacks, but it didn't matter. So I got an advantage on attacks against it.
Arden's best attack is Tarek.
Nice.
I think that's all of our best.
Round 2.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Heidi.
she did.
Oh, Heidi. Fuck, she doesn't know exactly what to do at this point. She can't really run up and heal. I mean, she can run up and heal Balbarrows. Just kind of step
You got
back.
the gargoyle there to guard you.
That's true. She's gonna run up. She can't let him die or anything like that. So, cast.
Yeah, it seems to be moving to defend you.
Yeah, she'll cast Cure Wounds at level 2 again.
On Babs.
Of course.
Oh yeah.
Oh, why does he have the haste and a dot on him?
He does not have haste, but he does have inspiration. So, as she just says, "Get up, get up!" She reaches through the writhing coils of the snake, just trying to attach Balbarrows.
I have a feeling it's a lot of snake.
And
What?
Carrion's turn.
Alright, so Carrion is going to stomp on the ground a few times as lightning strikes down from the sky, hitting this point as she casts Call Lightning. And so the Yuan-Ti needs to make a dexterity saving throw. That passes, so it's just going to take half. So it takes 10 points of lightning damage.
Has lightning resistance, so it takes 5.
God damn it.
This is the real boss. So it comes down and just starts to smoke a little bit, but just makes it more angry as its 4 heads lash out to the enemies in front of it. Snarky's turn. His rabbit moves 5 feet, hops 5 feet next to Heidi.
Oh, funny.
And Balabros, you're up. You're being held in this thing's tail, being whipped back and forth.
Yeah, isn't that like a lot of damage right now?
Oh Christ! I think wouldn't that deal ticking damage then if it's still holding him?
At the start of each of its turns, 2d6 acid damage.
Oh, that's at the Yuan-Ti's turn.
Well,
I think it's the grapple thing.
Target's
Until the grapple ends.
16 until the grapple ends. The target is restrained and takes 16, 3d6 plus 6 bludgeoning at the start of each of its turns. And the anathema can't constrict another target.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
you
so
just healed him to go
thank
down
goodness
again.
You healed him.
But he doesn't
If
have
you
to make a
hadn't
death
healed him,
save.
it would have auto-killed him.
It's
So
true.
it's a good thing you did. Yeah, because that would have been 2 fails.
Thanks, love.
Yep,
Yeah.
I'm down again.
I think Balabros might be a goner.
He's having a rough time of it. But he'll live through
Briefly
this and
gained
Whitty has
consciousness
anything
and
to say about it. The
Goes
thing is,
down.
I would heal him right now, but I need to maintain the gargoyle to keep it from attacking Heidi.
I can heal Balabros.
Oh, good.
The gargoyle could rip me out of the damn thing.
Oh, good point. Try and distract it, get the grapple onto itself. Even.
Or just rip me out of his
You
tentacle.
think it can? Yeah, would if I were to have the gargoyle do it, would it be able to?
It's probably a contested, like, athletics check or some shit. It's probably just grapple versus grapple.
That probably wouldn't be worth it, honestly. Might be more beneficial to just hurt the fucking thing.
Yeah, it's her turn. This is round 2. So she can't use the constrict because it's on Bowds, but she's going to attack Tarek 3 times.
Maybe you got +2 to AC.
So claw, flurry of bites.
Towards Balaberos, or?
Tarek.
Tarek.
Just
Miss.
kill him. Fuck him.
22 is a hit.
No, it doesn't.
Nope, that would not. And then flurry of bites.
Yeah, Tarek.
This is nothing.
Oh,
Misses you.
Fucking tank.
Still has Bowds in its grip as he sees you
One
guys all
of them-
close in upon it.
Alrighty, let me see. Where is it? I forget. I can still cast a spell.
You just can't cast concentration.
Yeah, exactly. I just can't cancel it. So I think I have. Is this the target? It is. All right. What's the radius? I need to make sure I don't. Oh, I can do that. I can do that in such a way it won't hit them. If that's fine with you, Bo. I want to use erupting earth. It's a 20-foot cube, I believe. I just want to do it kind of like over this way in such a way that it'll just hit the Yuan-Ti.
Yeah,
Can you
like
see that?
That's the question. So I can move up, and I might as well. I've got no reason not to. So I can move right on up to here even. Actually, I can still see from here. And I'll cast it off. I mean, I just want to make sure it won't hit them. So from like a point over, like basically this wall, pretty much over here, like right up in this corner. Actually, that's perfect. That'll hit the thing. Basically, so he's gonna basically this earth over in this kind of corner around this area.
Yeah, it just
Off
splits.
this way. Yeah, splits and erupts and bursts towards the thing. So it needs to do a dex save or 3d6 on a failed save or half on success. And it becomes difficult terrain until cleared.
There you go.
Oh yeah, let me hold it. So I think that. Oh wait, that might not pass. I think mine's 18.
What the fuck?
How do you get 18?
Oh no,
No.
mine's 16. Sorry, I was thinking
No, no,
I have
fine.
a spell attack bonus.
So 3d6. Roll my 3d6.
So 3d12, half of that. So
So 12.
deal some decent damage. And then the gargoyle will go ahead and do its attacks, which is 2 attacks, 1 bite, 1 claw. Okay, cool. And it should have its own attacks, right?
Should.
Oh, am I?
I just didn't have the. Let's just click it on there. You should have access to it.
Oh, that's right. Oh yeah, it's the sheet, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sorry about that. that top?
Hmm?
Where is the actual sheet? Sorry.
Just click on the token. If you hit shift, double click on the token, it'll pop up the sheet.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's useful to know.
You haven't done that all this whole time?
No, I have like
no idea.
10,000 hours in this fucking thing.
I don't. It's not working. Is it control?
No, shift. Shift, double click on it. You probably have it open
doesn't
already.
work.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do it.
Because you
Yeah,
like.
if you want, just click it for me. Thank you.
I think I really.
I don't know why it won't work.
Bye,
you
Nessus.
Do you have your what is that? Your sheet minimized by double clicking your sheet itself at the top?
It probably has it minimized
Yeah.
somewhere.
Is that why?
The claws would hit.
It doesn't work.
I do 4.
Big damage.
Big
And-
damage.
It's Arden's turn.
Okay, so Arden's going to do a few things. He's first of all going to move up to here, so he's got Balabros in sight. But the first thing he does isn't aimed at Balabros. The first thing he's going to do is cast Firebolt at the Yuan-Ti anathema.
Nice.
Yep.
17 hits.
Okay, so 14 fire damage. And then with a bonus action, he's going to cast a 3rd level healing word on Balabros. So
Looks
he'll
like
take he'll get 16 hit points back. That's me.
And Arden.
Tarek.
Okay.
Tarek.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep doing what we're doing. Yeah, practically, Arden. Yeah, he's buffing me. 16
16 hits exactly.
for 12, and I'll put a rank 1 on that. I should make a stupid background. For another 16.
Oh!
Again, 18 the hits for 12. What's my final rank 1? For another, that's 24 on top of that. And 3rd attack. Let's get a crit, baby.
Ooh, 25 though.
For 14.
Oh man, it's looking hurt. Looking hurt now. You smashed in 2 of its heads. These 2 snake heads are hanging just limp as all the other ones kind of snap and fight with you guys.
Do you know fear?
The queen of the Yuan-Ti is eternal. I do not fear death, Knight of the West. I guess you'd be east of them. Knight of the East. Heidi,
Yeah,
Heidi, your turn.
with her offhand, Heidi is going to scoop up the rabbit by its ears and kind of stuff it under her arm. And with the other hand, she's going to attempt to cast blindness, deafness on this thing. I don't think it's going to work because
Is that concentration?
yeah, but I'm not concentrating on anything.
Don't you have to concentrate on polymorph, or?
Oh, wait, let me see. Hold up. It is not a concentration. Ha!
Wow.
So
Nice.
polymorph is it is a concentration. Okay, but blindness, deafness is not. So it has to roll a 16 Constitution saving throw, which I think it will, in order to not be blind.
16,
Hey.
and it gets advantage on this one.
I don't know.
Get double 1, so I can feel it coming. Hey!
No.
Oh, Heidi
Blind.
takes some sand maybe out of her pocket and throws it at the Yuan-Ti, and then this darkness envelops, covering all 3 sets of its eyes and hovering around like this kind of sticky mud almost, unable for the creature to remove it.
Oh, that's amazing.
And this thing's flailing around now, just
all have advantage to hit it, and it has disadvantage to hit all of us.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Or lightning!
Carrion.
It's such a good spell.
Yeah, Carrion
Oh,
plants
it's gonna
her
be
foot
close.
again as another
So-
pulse of lightning crashes down on the Yuan-Ti. Dex save.
This is third round, right?
Second
Hey.
round that I've had this up.
This
No,
third
it's third round of this combat.
Yes.
Okay.
Calaveras is still operating, right?
He is. He's healed.
Yeah, I'm at 16, which is just
Grappled.
the right amount to take me down.
Yeah.
I am so there.
Poor boy.
So it's a massage.
So what is Carrion doing?
Bolt of lightning, it needs to make a dex save. Oh my gosh.
Rolled 19.
So is that half of half damage?
Still should be decent.
So
Two.
it's not like 2 damage, yeah.
I suppose blinded affects dex saves, does it?
No.
Can't
Would
see.
it?
I just wondered.
I kind of really want to turn into an ape and kill him by throwing a rocket.
Snarky's turn. What does he do?
He's being held by
grab.
Heidi.
Yeah. Hold
He's-
him.
You're
here.
holding him?
Yeah, he's under my arm right now.
He's snippled. You know what's hilarious is Gwydion can still understand him.
He's basically the intelligence of a rabbit.
Yeah. He can still understand the intelligence of a rabbit. He can actually talk to all animals, so I mean, whatever consciousness he'd still have as a rabbit, he can still communicate.
Balaerbros, is there anything you can do?
I mean, if it's at the start of my turn that I take the damage, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, just take the 16 again.
So I take the 16 and I'm down to 0.
It could be worse. You'd be super dead right now.
Yeah, you could be actually dead. Instead of just slowly going back and forth between limbo.
Yeah, no, this is great.
You might be dead anyway here. Because he has very little he can do right
It's
now.
the Yuan-Ti's turn, isn't it?
Yes.
I can't see anything, but I know I'm holding something.
Yep.
Oh no.
Oh no!
He can speak still. Divine word. Instantaneous, utter a divine word. Each creature that can hear you must make a charisma saving throw. On a failed, if you have 50 hit points or fewer, deafened for 1 minute, 40 hit points or fewer, deafened and blinded for 10, 30 you're flu or blinded, and 1 you're killed instantly.
Yeah, it's 20.
What's the DC?
Well, it's 20 hit points or lower. I think this is based on your total, isn't it? Oh no, it's
No,
current.
it's
Oh
how
my
much
Oh,
you
god.
what about Balps?
Oh, he's killed instantly.
Yep.
Oh, that's true.
So Yuan-Ti, its half goddess, raises its voice to the skies. Lightning kind of streaks down and illuminates the darkness around it. And you hear this vile word being spoke. Sounds like a hiss in all of your ears. And snap. Some of you go deaf. Some of you go blind. And
Hold
one
up,
person-
I'm sorry. Any number of creatures you can see within
Yes.
range?
Any number of
Oh, he's
creatures
blinded.
you can see.
What?
Oh! You're right!
It can't fucking cast it!
You're right.
Oh my god!
Heidi with the
Holy
Okay,
shit!
he's not dead.
The fucking
He's not
rules,
dead.
man!
He's not dead. He's going-
Oh my
Oh.
god, Demi, you fucking angel.
There you go. Keep me honest.
Oh my god.
I'm really happy for you because he's going to do that on third round, regardless.
That would have been fucking brutal.
There you go.
But at the end of its turn, it can make a con saving throw, and if he makes it, it ends. So
Well, let's hope we kill him by his next turn.
make a con saving throw.
Mm-hmm. So I guess he's
Yeah,
going to
he's
have to
still gonna
like
attack. Yeah, I
just
guess.
attack Tarek 3 times because he can't see, but they're at disadvantage, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a miss, and flurry of bites. 22 is a miss as well, I'm guessing.
You see the head striking out at me, and they sort of hit the the pillar beside, some rocks go flying everywhere.
Yes.
Alrighty. I think it's time to pull out all the stops. What do I have? Let me see. I've already got a summon out.
The rules
Yeah,
attorney saved you.
He did. Oh, I have Moonbeam.
And so did Heidi.
Oh, fuck yeah. I'm going Moonbeam, this son of a bitch. Oh no, that's concentration. Actually, yeah, so I'm gonna just have to, sit back for a bit. He's gonna kind of get a bit of, well, no, he'll stay where he is, but he can't really quite get up there and do anything just yet. So I'll just have the, gargoyle attack twice if you could. Do its, one claw, one bite. I don't know why that...
Yeah,
doesn't
make
work.
also make a con save for the snake as well for against.
Oh, yeah.
blindness.
Oh yeah, good point.
Ooh. Is that the
I need
start
more
at the
single
end?
target
At the end
attacks.
of his turn.
Oh, nice.
Does he have advantage though?
No. Oh yeah, it's magic.
Ow.
It's magic. It's magic.
I'll tell you, I've got too many concentration spells.
He's
Still
so
not.
blinded.
Sorry.
Healing everyone? Breaking up the gargoyle?
Yeah, I don't have enough
So
single
you want the gargoyle to attack twice?
Yeah, please. The claw and bite. I don't know why I can't get it open.
I think both of those would hit.
Oh, sick. Oh yeah, they have advantage. Not that they needed it.
Don't want that
Three.
9.
Fucking 3 and 5.
8.
5, it's something.
It is looking bad. Arden.
Normally I'd finish her off with a magic missile, but I'm going to hold my action until after Terek's attack.
Such a gentleman.
Such a gentleman. Jaxus was nothing like this. You are a
Well,
his antithesis.
It's a special session, Demi. Come on,
It is.
Demi, do it.
Alright, well, let's try to do it, 17 to hit for 7. I'm gonna do Divine Smite rank 2. I really need a Steam button for that.
Yeah, you do.
I'm gonna use my other Divine Smite rank 2 on the next attack that hits. I'm just gonna pop it now so I don't have to do it later.
16.
Tell me what it looks like as you destroy the Yuan-Ti queen.
Hey.
Alright, so we had 2 heads down before. We see Balaberos getting strangled to life and brought back from the brink, and it's really firing up Tarek. So his hammer glows a holy glow, a bright glow. As he swings down, he bashes one of the snakes in the head. It clamps down on its tongue, it starts bleeding out from that, and he turns, he backhands the other head. And the skull hits a wall, bashes in. There's one head remaining on the final strike. Tarek looks it in its eye, and he knows he can't see it because it's blinded. He says a prayer beneath his breath to Mara. He just bashes its skull into the ground as it comes collapsing down.
Hey.
After that, you hear no longer the din of war outside as Heidi has the rabbit under her arm. You don't hear much else except the sound of heavy rain upon the keep as you strike down the queen. All is quiet. I'll let you role play for a second here.
Balaberos. I'm gonna put a hand on him. Use a lay on hands, or fuck it, we'll put 30 on him.
Yeah, the gargoyle dissipates and fades away.
I'm fine.
Welcome to the realm of the living.
Oh, shite. What the fuck happened?
Oh, you got a little bit lightly strangled and crushed by Yuan-Ti Queen, but...
Oh, that's all.
Thought we'd lost you there a couple of times, my friend.
Yeah, no, it felt like I was kind of lost a couple times there.
Heidi leans over, bends down, helps Balberos up, and brings him into a tight embrace. I'm glad you didn't go down for good.
Me too, love. And he stands up and hugs her back, but just takes a deep breath and taps his side, and you can kind of see like ribs rearranging and stuff like that.
She, from under her arm, it was tucked away, she grabs it by the ears, pulls out Snarky, shows it to the rest. I think I should, I don't know, maybe Terek, go up to the top of this tower here and maybe shout to our troops below. Let them know we've taken this place. Huh?
You can toss it off and dispel the spell as it collapses into
Oh, true.
the stone below. I think that would make quite a display.
There's a dark side to you, isn't there, Gwydion?
He was quite a terrible person.
True.
I guess I'll just throw him off the top of this place.
He is quite tall.
Let's go up. Keep out an eye out for that sorceress. Wherever the fuck she went.
Good point. Don't know where she is. Strange. She just was there and gone.
Yeah, it's either anyone from Raven's Gulch left. Maybe they want to take this shite's head.
It won't last too long. Maybe another 50 minutes or so, unfortunately. And I don't really want to deal with him when he's back.
Yes, I think it's best if we dispose of him. And we might as well boost the morale while we do.
As you climb towards the top, not only the wind, the rain, but the wind starts to get louder and louder as you get to the top of the keep. Looking out over the horizon, you see cresting over the horizon dozens of ships. One with a keen eye can see that their sails bear with them the crest of Southlandia.
Do they look like the ships that we've been on before?
They do.
Our elven friends. Oh, thank God.
Oh yeah. It's the
Oh
king.
wait, where's Carrion? Where's Carrion go? Carrion died.
Oh, did I not miss her? Seeing her.
No, she, after everything, Carrion kind of walked forward from where she was on the bridge and joined the rest of the group, and then has just been hanging out with everybody. Again, she doesn't know all the backstory of what all is happening, so she's letting you all kind of live in this moment as she's just kind of in the back, catching her breath, watching in almost amazement at what she considers to be you all's achievement.
Heidi looks over to Carrie and comes over and places a hand on her shoulder. Good job there, darling. You're going to be part of quite a historical tale once I've got this all written up. You did good.
I'm not sure how much I did compared to all of you, but
Oh, quit being modest. You did
just
great.
happy to take part.
You see kind of out at sea in the middle of the ships there are a few lightning strikes as lightning returns and crash. And the ships peacefully continue towards you, but the sea right behind them starts to boil. You see all this white water.
That up
No.
there?
Oh,
No.
wait.
Yeah.
Hold up. Where's the relic? Damn it. I can't get up there.
Do anything, will it?
No, it won't. I thought I could maybe help. Shit.
And you see several hundred yards out, the king ship is standing at the prow of it. He raises his sword and it kind of shines of its own accord as he continues towards Snarky's Keep, but then behind that ship, raising out darkly majestic giant wings almost behind it, is this giant beast. And you see its tentacles kind of streak up into the air and destroy the ship as it's torn asunder into 1,000 splinters. And you hear faintly out over the water the sound of elven voices crying out in terror and pain as archers start firing on this thing almost helplessly. The ships that are left, like, you see oars appear at their sides as they try to row away, and this thing is just causing havoc.
Oh man, if I'd had one more turn, I could have dispelled it. Oh wait. Where is... Yeah, Gwydion is actually going to start looking for the guy who cast the spell. Would that work? Does he think?
Heidi, if Gwydion
Well, if
tries
he's
to
channeling
look...
it, I can dispel it.
No, well, if Heidi goes to look, she kind of places the hand on his shoulder. Once it's summoned, there's no stopping it.
Can everybody make
Sure.
a perception check?
Perception. Oh my. In his eyes.
Gwydion, you see far to the east, over the horizon, flying over the mountains, a faint form that gets louder or closer and closer. And
Yeah, you guys see Gwydion erupt in a grin.
this thing is flying towards you, gaining speed as it starts to at first head out towards sea and then goes towards the keep, flapping its wings faster and faster.
Who's the one who saw it? I don't think anyone...
Gwydion
Target's
yeah, you
dragon
guys,
friend, remember?
Yeah, Yuki's...
Target's gone.
Yeah, Jaxus is gone now.
Jax is
Fuck.
gone. There's one other person who saw... Meko saw it. Meko's not
Well,
here.
Gwydion knows
No.
the story, though.
Arden.
Sorry.
Oh,
Arden was
Arden
there.
had it. Yeah.
I mean, we would have heard the
Well, all of
story.
us know
We
the
haven't
story.
seen it yet.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But Gwydion knows what this means. Yeah, Gwydion is... You guys see Gwydion turn into this massive grin and turn back towards the Kraken with almost kind of like something like a hunter eyeing prey almost now. Like he expects it to just die. Almost.
Yeah, and so the thing heads closer and closer towards you now. You're at the top, right?
Yeah, we were gonna shout to the bottom, I think, to let our troops know that we had taken Snarky's, but then this happened. So we're at like the very top.
Yeah, this thing flies and you can feel its wind. You feel the wind of its wings as it gets kind of closer and closer towards you. And then
It's coming to us instead
Yep.
of...
it alights like on the tower across the like on one of the, I don't know what they're called, one of the many towers, like on top of it, not that far from you. Yeah,
Or, well, no.
on one of the spires, and it kind of just looks down upon you guys.
Gwydion.
Arden steps forward and he's been in this creature's presence before, and he bows before it. Great one, what brings you here?
What brings me here? I sensed a disturbance out at sea.
Yeah, Gwydion almost pushes past. Please, help the elves. They come to our aid and the Kraken attacks.
It's been 2,000 years since I left those mountains. He kind of looks down at the battlefield and all the blood and the gore. Part of me is wondering if it was worth breaking my slumber. You humans, you orcs, you lizards, always seem to disappoint.
Yet with this peace comes, please. There's no reason not to save the lives that can be spared.
Braga is a foe beyond us.
Please.
There is one righteous among you still. I have sensed it. The temple. The temple in the town you call the Hamlet. Who was responsible for it?
It wasn't just one of us, it was a group of us who built it. Or at least contributed. But Terek, I think, and Marv, our mayor, really lead it too.
The dragon just looks down at Terek. You. And he kind of... You feel the tower shake. Boom! As it comes down in front of you. And it puts its neck down by you. Says, "Get on."
You are mistaken.
Terek, ride the dragon!
It does seem quite impolite to refuse.
Hey, there's a kraken out there. You can save the our allies. Please, Terek, just do it.
Very well, if you insist. I'll pull out the lightning javelin too, for more dramatic effect.
Oh my
Yes.
Oh my god.
Well, get on, I guess.
Alright, the dragon, baby. It's a good thing you're riding the good one and not the bad one, at least.
So, as you fly away with this lightning javelin in your hand, this rain streaming down, heading towards the kraken, tell me what it looks like as you're just kind of wreathed in light, and you start to do battle with this thing.
Oh yeah, so Tarek's got a nice grip on the dragon, soars in the air. It's really cinematic. His lightning bellows, so does his javelin. He tosses it at an eye of the beast. By the power of Mara, all his attacks are blessed. This dragon seems to think highly of Tarek, which he doesn't of himself, but he'll accept for the time being. And the fight rages on as the people of the Hamlet and survivors and the elves look on.
Yeah, what goes on for the next hour is you guys see this golden dragon, this thing doing battle as it moves further and further out to sea, and eventually it's lost over the horizon. And we will end it there.
Hey.
Yeah.
You did it, my boy!
And that's how
You're
Tarek
winning!